Hometown Freedom Health Care, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine, Adina Vasco, and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
Jay Collins here, and I want to wish all the Fremont County athletes good luck this year. Stop down at Fremont Chevy to talk sports and let me help you purchase your next vehicle. Jay Collins, your local sales professional at Fremont Chevy Buick GMC, 307-349-7846.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
And welcome to the Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show here on KTAK and WYO Today's YouTube page. It has finally arrived, that one midweek matchup that all of Fremont County looks forward to, or at least the two biggest cities do, as Lander Valley Lady Tigers and Tigers have taken the 30-minute ride down here to Riverton High School to face the Lady Wolverines and basketball action. That horn you just heard was the end of the JV game. And we will be coming back here shortly on the Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show with all the live action as Lander and Riverton will settle it on the hardwood here on KTAK.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
And welcome back to the Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show here on KTAK. A reminder, if you're listening on the radio, you can watch all the action live on YouTube thanks to the WYO Today team and, of course, Connor Shields, my son on camera, and Adam Keel back at the mothership, keeping us all tip-top and going out over the broadcast airwaves. Again, on YouTube, you can also follow that from our homepage at wyotoday.com. Or you can download our app for your mobile device, and that'll take you to everything, also give you all the local news, sports, weather, etc. It is a cold one, but it is warm. Oh, it's hot in here. Riverton, probably the best crowd they've had already, I do believe, on the season, is already in here, and it has been in here since middle way through the JV boys game, of which Riverton won. So now here we are with our Ranger facts and keys to the game. Once again, the Ranger keys to the game. It's not going to change. as we've talked about for weeks on end, and even last year, two things: turnovers and shot selection. That's really what's going to come down to, is those two critical factors. This past weekend, Kelly Walsh defeated Riverton 51-28, and part of that reason wasn't the turnovers. They kind of had that in control, but it was the shot selection, only going 16% for the first half and not really improving that on the game, really. They've also got to find they've got to find multiple scorers. I don't think this team is going to be as size-wise the same as Kelly Walsh does, just judging by eye and what they list on their roster. But We2 Cloudhorse had 9, Paisley Jackson with 12. Paisley Jackson had 12, but that was 2 of 9 shooting in the first half, a little bit better in the second half. They can't afford that. They can't afford that, and they, of course, can't allow somebody to shoot 51 points. Now, the other thing that may be more critical against Lander than Kelly Walsh, although it did not help against Kelly Walsh, it was the disparity in free throw shooting. Kelly Walsh finished above 60% on the game, above 65 actually, and in the first half, 77%, shooting very well from the free throw line. In the second half, Riverton improved a little bit, going just over 60%, but that first half, 37.5% from the charity stripe. You know emotions will run high, so it's going to be interesting to see here how the referees call this. You ask yourself a question: will we see a team that normally doesn't press? Will we see a team that normally doesn't trap in the half court? What will they be willing to do here? On a good note, I do see Haley Engstrom is in uniform. She is at least going to warm up, so that is, of course, a good sign. And this is going to be the first time, depending on Olivia Bradley coming back from concussion protocol, that Coach McIntosh may have his full use of his roster. It'll be interesting to see how he does with We2 Cloudhorse. She has been coming on slowly but surely and looking good as she did so. She does have a height advantage over most of Lander. She knows how to keep the ball high and to her chin, not bringing it down where people can take swipes at it. She's been a very pleasant surprise off the bench, as well as number 20, Leesburg, has been as well. Surprisingly a little bit, she only got to see action in the second and fourth quarter, at least by my unofficial stats that I kept last week. But she has started to come on. She's got a great game. She is the only freshman who sees a lot of playing time. So we'll see how deep they go on the bench. We've seen at times Savannah Morton coming in early. We've seen Savannah Morton coming in late. We've seen Cammie Paskett a couple times in some second quarters, just once or twice. We've seen her a lot more late, but we'll see how deep each team wants to go. And will this be like rivalry games have been since they probably had first rivalries in ancient Greece? Will we see somebody we don't expect to come out and win this game for their team? That's what makes it all so fun and exciting. Throw out the records. Neither team probably overly proud of how they're doing so far. Especially for Lander compared to last year. Lander, of course, lost a lot of talent off that girls' team. So we shall see how that pans out and who's going to walk away with pride and county bragging rights for 365 days for basketball. Of course, for Riverton, they're going to want to get a little bit of revenge, especially when we get to the boys' tilt, as we had one epic football game here at Riverton with Lander just eking it out. It was an amazing game. Saw some guys putting their bodies on the line. Derek DeVries, of course, entering concussion protocol after the game and towards the end of the game, and that kind of changed the quarterback situation for the rest of the season for Riverton. Well, Derek and Nathan, his replacement, I should say, last year, at least in the first game out, they're both on this team. So we're going to have a ball. We're going to have some excitement. Now, I do have to get out of the way. If you're a Lander Valley Lady Tiger and Tiger fan and you're looking for Ernie Over and Shauna O'Bray, you just need to flip on over to KFCW 93.1 and you can catch their broadcast. And they're also streaming on YouTube. You just need to look for the broadcast that labels it Lander at Riverton instead of Riverton versus Lander. We will be right back with more of the Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show here on KTAK.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Welcome back to the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show here on KTAK. You are listening to 93.9 on the FM dial. This is Kevin Shields, your voice of the Riverton Wolverines. We are 5 minutes and 40 seconds away from the rivalry game of Lander Lady Tigers, Lander Valley Lady Tigers versus the Riverton Lady Wolverines. One more Ranger key of the game. And, you know, I don't like to single a player out, but it has to be said. Which McKay Fegler are we going to get here for Riverton? That's really going to determine on Riverton, in my opinion, unless someone else steps up, how Riverton does. She is in a career worst shooting slump for her. You don't know how much of it's mental now, how much of it just grows on itself. This past weekend, she was 0 for the entire weekend. 0 for 7 from the 0 for 11 on Friday night, and then Saturday afternoon she was 0 for 6, 0 for 11 as well there too, and then she stopped shooting. Shooters got to shoot. She did not shoot any in the fourth quarter. I don't recall her being not playing at all. So you hope that she breaks out of that, because if Fegler and We Two Cloud Horse can give us what we saw on Saturday, perhaps Fegler give us just what she normally does, and Jackson do what she normally does, well, now we've got a much better matchup and a chance to pull the upset. And make no bones about it, if we weren't throwing the record books out of the window and whatnot, this is, if Riverton Lady Wolverines win, it's an upset. They're trying to pull the upset. The exact opposite will be here later tonight, where the Lander Valley Tigers will be looking to pull the upset. So we've got about 3 minutes and 45 seconds until tip-off. We'll be right back here on KTAK with the Sutherland starting lineups right after this.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
From the field, to the court, to the pool, and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Thank you, Riverton Wolverine Pep Band, for that national anthem. And it is time for Riverton versus Lander Valley here at Riverton High School. Your starters for your Sutherland starting lineup. First, for Lander Valley Lady Tigers, number 3, senior Darian Bell. Number 5, junior Aislinn Donahue. Number 13, senior Layla Norse. Number 24, number 23, senior Megan Winfield. And finally, number 24, Kiara Friday. For your Riverton Lady Wolverines, the Sutherland starting lineup is number 1, Olivia Bradley. Number 3, Macy Brown. Number 10, McKay Fegler. Number 11, Ella Judd. And number 21, Paisley Jackson. The coaches tonight, coaching Lander Valley Lady Tigers, are Coach Cox, and for the Riverton Lady Wolverines, it'll be Coach McIntosh. This is about as close to normal for a Sutherland starting lineup that Coach Mack has had in a while. So here we go, live from Riverton. It is the matchup to determine the rivalry winner here. Riverton will be going left to right on your radio dial. Lander will be going right to left. They are in their dark, and you're going to have to excuse the color blindness of me. The Lander Valley Tiger looks maroonish or greenish. Green is what I'm going to go with, I do believe. Connor, what color is that?
Green.
He said green. So thank you. Riverton in white. Ella Judd's going to win the tip-off back to Bradley. Bradley brings over timeline to Brown. Brown on the left wing brings it up top to Ella Judd. She fumbles the pass, but able to track it down. Gets it back over to Olivia Bradley on the right wing. Bradley drives to the free throw line, puts up a two-pointer. No good. Lander Valley comes away with the rebound. Lander Valley pushing it up the right side, trying to lay eyes on numbers. Getting it inside to the post. Nope, there is turnover number 1 against Lander Valley. Olivia Bradley with the steal, getting the picked off pass there. Bradley brings it over timeline, gets it to Jackson. Jackson looking to drive, does so at the free throw line, shoots a floater, and good! Paisley Jackson for 2. 2-0 in favor of Riverton. Bringing it up the floor is Bell for Lander Valley. She goes to her right, picks up her dribble, gets it to Friday. Friday over to, trying to get to know the names here, Norse. Norse hands it off to 25. I'm going to keep going with numbers here for a moment. Norse and back out to Bell on the left wing. Bell hands it off to Winfield. Faked a 3, didn't take it. Gets it to Friday. Friday over to, let's see here, for the shot. It's good, and that shot was by Norse. 2-2, 6:40 to go in the first quarter. Now Lander Valley's looking to press. Bradley able to beat it. Goes cross court to Brown. Brown puts up and is blocked by Norse. Bringing it down the sidelines is Friday. Friday gets it over to Bell. Bell to Norse. Norse back over to Winfield. Going inside, now outside to Bell. Bell looking to drive, has to kick it to Norse. Norse going inside, gets it inside. Shot is put up, no good, but there will be a foul. That shot was by Donahue. It was missed, but there is a foul against Riverton, so Donahue will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul is against Ella Judd, her first, team first of the half. 6:04 to play. Lander Valley looking to take its first lead. First shot is up and no good by Donahue. Donahue going to wipe the moisture off the bottom of both shoes, it seems. Puts the second one up, and it is no good off the back iron. Rebound falls to Riverton. Jackson looking to push the pace. Comes up, dishes to Brown. Brown for 3, no good. Ella Judd comes away with the rebound, puts it up and good! 4-2. Lander Valley looking to push the pace here. They've got it with Winfield. Winfield back out to Norse. Back to Winfield. Winfield up at the top of the key, gets it over to Bell. Bell bringing it back up to the top of the key and is going to throw the ball away. That is turnover number 2 against Lander Valley. 5:34 to play. 4-2 in favor of Riverton. Coming into the game for Lander Valley is Anderson. She started the last game, we're told, and she is now in the game. I don't see who she came and got. Full court press, they get to Jackson, now to Judd, who breaks the on the pass, breaks the press. Judd at the top of the key to Brown. Brown up top to Fegler. Fegler thought about 3, drives down, almost gets it stolen, but got tapped to Jackson. Jackson shoots a 15-footer, misses, gets her own rebound, puts it up and good! Jackson with a beautiful follow there, quickly off to 4 points, and it is 6-2 in favor of Riverton. Going inside, turnaround jumper is no good by Anderson, and Riverton comes away with it. Riverton looking to extend the lead to 6. Bradley with it, goes past half court. Bradley going to her right, has to pick up her dribble. She needs help, gets it to Jackson. Jackson dribbles in, bad bounce pass, turnover number 1. Trying to bounce in. Once again, they've done that for a couple weeks, or all season really, where they're trying to bounce pass it in amongst a crowd, and it gets taken away. Three-pointer is up and no good by Winfield. Rebound comes away, Jackson with it. And it's going to go out of bounds, but it's going to stay with Riverton. Last touched by Lander Valley. McFadden now coming in, so we at least see that Lander Valley is going to their bench quicker. And, well, as soon as I say that, Coach McIntosh brings Engstrom in, and he's bringing Cloudhorse in. So going a little bit taller here. It looks like the 2 tallest players on the teams are out here. Anderson for Lander Valley, Cloudhorse for Riverton, and then, of course, Haley Engstrom going inside on the posts as well. We didn't see her on Saturday. She was in civvies, and now she's back in. Fegler has it. She's going to rub off a screen, gets it to Bradley. Bradley goes inside, cut off. Fegler gets it. It's tipped away, but it goes to Engstrom. Jackson now with it to the right of the key. Goes to Bradley on the wing. Bradley uses a screen by Engstrom. She's at the elbow. She gets it taken away. Turnover number 2 for Riverton. Looking to push things is number 24, Friday. She pulls up, gets it to Winfield. Over to McFadden. McFadden on the right wing hands the ball to Winfield, who'll set the play up. She gets a screen, rubs off of it, goes all the way down the post, and good. Winfield, that's her first point, since now 6-4. Cloudhorse to Jackson for 3. No good. Rebound is going to go out and go to Lander Valley. With 3:27 to play here, it is 6-4 in favor of Riverton. Although we've been kind of stuck. We were stuck at 6-2 for a while there. Jackson missing the 3 there, and we're going to see Bradley come off the floor, and now Johnson is going to go in. So right now your Riverton Wolverine lineup is Fegler, Johnson, Engstrom, Jackson, and Cloudhorse. Bringing it up is Bell. Bell going to her left towards the elbow, kicks it out to McFadden. McFadden back to Bell. Bell guarded by Fegler. She makes a move, goes inside. Johnson has her hand on it, and they're going to call a foul on her. She got a little too much risk when she kept her hand in there. That's her first foul. No, it's going to go on Brown. Excuse me, not Johnson. Excuse me, Brown. I had it down for Johnson for some reason, so I have to remember that. That is the team's second of the half, 3:12 to go. Inbounding from, as we see it, the left side of the Lander Valley basket will be McFadden. Excuse me, they actually corrected that. It is against Johnson. So 3 is missed by Winfield again, and away comes Riverton with it. Johnson to Jackson. Jackson looking inside. She's at the top of the key. She goes to her right. She stops at 17, kicks out to Fegler. Fegler thought about a 3, but she is definitely hesitant, and she turns the ball over, stripped right away from her. Goes to Winfield now. Lander looking to break. Sets a screen set by Bell. They switch. Goes inside to McFadden. Back out to Bell. Bell for 3. Leaves it short. No good. Rebound comes away. Engstrom now with it. She's trying to go coast to coast. Takes it in. And she is fouled and will go to the line. Missing the shot was Engstrom. Foul is going against Bell. That's her first, team first. Here at the 2:32 mark. It's going to be interesting to see how the students get into it as the game goes on. Right now, still kind of quiet. Engstrom with her first shot up and on the way. No good. Both teams now, their free throws so far have been just a little bit too hard and going off the back iron. Maybe a little bit of nerves in this rivalry game. Engstrom now has the ball from the referee, puts the second one up, and again, too strong, and this time a little bit off to the right. Away comes Lander Valley. They're looking to break. They kick it out to McFadden, looking for a three. She doesn't take it. She dishes it to, I'm trying to lay it out on number 5, Donahue. Donahue misses the three, and Riverton will come away with it. Johnson with it, brings over the timeline with 2:10 to play in the first. 2-point lead for Riverton. Johnson backs out, now going to her right, gets it to Cloudhorse. Cloudhorse gets it up top to Jackson. Jackson uses a screen, tries a blind no-look pass, almost went out of bounds, but Fedler did get it. Johnson now driving in, gets it to Jackson. Jackson goes to the paint, puts it up, good by Paisley Jackson. 8-4 in favor of Riverton. Minute 44 to go in the first quarter. Looking to drive, putting it up, no good, foul. That was Lander Valley. They are moving quick to get back down the court. Foul is going to go against Haley Engstrom. That's her first, team third. And it will send, I think that's Winfield. I can't see because of the ponytail. Let's see here. That I do believe is 23. It is. First one is up and good. Bradley and Judd coming back in the game for Riverton in between free throws. It is 8-5 in favor of Lander Valley. In favor of Riverton. What am I saying? Second one is a miss, and away comes Riverton. Johnson with it. It's going to bring over the timeline. She stops to set up the play with 1:32 to play in the first quarter. Johnson with it, going to Engstrom on the left of the top of the key. Cross court to Ella Judd. Judd gets it to Johnson. Johnson thought about baseline three, now drives baseline, kicks out to Cloudhorse. Cloudhorse fakes it, drives, puts it up. They're going to say no contact, nothing at all, so it's an air ball, and it comes away to Lander Valley with 1:10. Wingfield has it. It's going to shoot a three. She airballs that. So away comes Riverton. Riverton looking to break. Bradley now with it. Bradley at the wing, tries to go down, gets trapped, and they're going to call a foul against Lander Valley there on the setting up of the trap. Foul is against 13. That's Norse. That's her first, team second of the first half. So we see Paisley Jackson coming back in. She is going to get Cloudhorse, and we're going to see 25 Hamilton coming in for Lander Valley. 58 seconds left. Olivia Bradley will inbounds to the right of her basket, and she throws, they're trying that underneath into traffic thing, and it went right to a Lander Valley player for the fourth turnover. So Lander Valley coming away with it, down 3. Looking to work inside the post. We have somebody hit the door. Oh, no, we have a walk. So travel there, so that's turnover number 3 against Lander Valley. 42.7 seconds left. Paisley Jackson inbounded the ball 2, gets it to Johnson, Johnson to Bradley, and here we go with the half-court trap. Bradley looking to break it. She's got to get it over. She does to Ella Judd at the left wing. Judd brings it up top with 27 seconds to Johnson. Johnson now on the right wing. Johnson gets it to Bradley. McIntosh yelling for Paisley to do something. Paisley Jackson, that is. Bradley brings it across to her right to Engstrom. Inside to Jackson. Jackson puts it up. No good. But she is fouled and will go to the line. Foul is going to go against number 2. That is McFadden. That's her first, team third of the first half, with 11.6 seconds left. Of course, for those of you listening on this station from Lander, this Paisley Jackson has an interesting free throw routine. First one is up and no good. She steps way away from the line and gets the ball there, walks up dribbling and then lifts her left leg, like kicks her foot back, and then steps into it and shoots. It is up, and it is good, the second attempt from the free throw line. 9-5, Dolly Parton with 9 seconds left in favor of Riverton. Lander Valley going to their left with 4 seconds left. They're going to lose control of it. Judd gets it. No need to really do anything. Just let the horn expire, and it does. So at the end of 1, it is Riverton Lady Wolverines 9, Lander Valley Lady Tigers 5. We'll be right back with more action on KTAK.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. Lander Valley will start the second quarter with the ball, down by 4. Quickly puts up a 2-pointer is Anderson. It's no good. We have a scrum for the rebound. Let's see who that's going to go against. It's going to go against McKay Fegler, her first, a team 4th. Lander Valley comes in trailing by 4 into the second quarter. They inbound it. They get to Winfield. Winfield for 3. Looks good, is good. So quickly turns that 4 into a 1-point lead, 9-8. Pressing, they're going to press Jackson. They're going to try and trap her, and they are going to say that she got some part of the arm there. That should be against Norse. That's her second. That's the team 4th. 7:32 to go, 9-8 in favor of the Wolverines. They're going to take her out, and back in comes McFadden. They had started with their starters in the game, with the exception of Anderson was in for Hamilton. Jackson with it, up at the top of the key, gets it to Brown. Brown to Fegler. You've got your starters plus We2 Cloudhorse. Bradley not starting. They get to Jackson. She throws up a wild shot. No good. They get the rebound. No good by, I think, Fegler, actually. I was looking down trying to mark it. And away comes Lander Valley. Going cross court to Bell. Bell for 3. No good. And Judd will come away with the rebound. In the half court now, Fegler with it on the left wing, brings it up to top of the key, gets it Cloudhorse. Cloudhorse drives down, puts it up, no good. And we're going to have a foul against Fegler maybe. I think an offensive foul of some sort, or it's Cloudhorse. It depends on if it's on the shot or the rebound. They're going to say it was on the shot, so that will go against Cloudhorse. That's her first, team 5th. 6:43 to go in the first half. 9-8 in favor of Riverton. Bell's going to bring it over the timeline, looking to her right, goes, and then they go inside to McFadden. Almost stripped away, but Anderson got a hold of it, gets it to Winfield for a 3. She misses everything but the net. It hit the bottom of the net. She kind of gave a visible reaction to that. Away comes Riverton. Jackson bringing it down, gets it to Cloudhorse. Cloudhorse towards the free throw line. Out to Brown. Brown to Fegler for 3. Still no good. She just cannot buy shots. Rebound is missed. Put back up. And good by Cloudhorse. Cloudhorse just was not going to be denied. 11-8. McFadden bringing it down for Lander Valley. Gets it to Bell. Winfield flashes for a cut. Bell decides not to give it to her. Back to McFadden now. McFadden up top to Bell. Bell to McFadden and out to Friday. Friday with it, puts it up, no good. And away comes away comes Riverton. Jackson with it now, breaks the timeline, and she's going to get a hand check call as Bell was hand checking her the whole way. That's her second, team fifth. You can't hand check, and you got to know that. And she just rolled her eyes at the fact the coach was taking her out. Hamilton coming in and trying to lay an eye here. And it looks like I can't tell who the other one is. I'll get that for you in a second. Engstrom does check in here for Judd. Jackson inbounds to Fegler. Fegler bringing it up. Lander Valley in a man-to-man. Fegler to Jackson. Jackson looks inside, goes to her right, goes towards the baseline, pulls it back out. Up top to Engstrom. Engstrom almost lost control of that pass. Gets control of it, though. Gets it Cloudhorse on the right wing. Cloudhorse dribbling to the baseline, hands it to Jackson. And again, you can't just do these short passes when someone's not waiting for it. I don't understand. But that may be just me. But it is turnover number 5 against Riverton. 11-8, though, still Wolverines with the lead. Bringing it up is Lander Valley. That was 25 who checked in for them, Hamilton. Shot is put up, and it is missed by Hamilton. And away comes Riverton with it. Brown with it. Looks like Bradley's going to come in, most likely coming in for her, Jackson, or Fegler in the rotation. Fegler now with it on the baseline. Goes to the free throw line, gets it to Cloudhorse. To Brown. Brown kind of indicates she was going to shoot 3, didn't. They swing it around all the way to Cloudhorse on the baseline. She brings it up, gets it to Jackson. Jackson's going to shoot 3, no good. Rebound is going to go to Cloudhorse, gets out to Brown, back to Jackson. Jackson to Brown. Nice offensive rebound there by Cloudhorse. Jackson going cross court to Engstrom. Engstrom pretty far away from three-point line. Gets it to Jackson at the top of the key. Jackson looks to drive. Gets it to Cloudhorse on the far right wing. Cloudhorse bringing it up top to Engstrom. Engstrom will step back with 4:10 to go. 3-point lead for Riverton. Here till halftime. Macy Brown now with it. Gets it to Cloudhorse up top. Cloudhorse to Fegler. Fegler back to Cloudhorse. Cloudhorse going to try and go baseline. Tries to put it up, and she got bailed out by a foul because her layup attempt hit the bottom of the backboard. So a very long possession there. Ends in a foul on 34 Goggles or Googles. YO Preps has 2 O's in it, but that is team 6. Cloudhorse goes to the line. Misses the first one. So free throws right now in the early going and first few free throw attempts proving to be a nemesis for Riverton yet again. Cloudhorse takes 2 dribbles, puts the next one up, and that one is pure. 12-8 in favor of Riverton. 3:54 to play in the half. There are a total of combined 4 points on the floor, by the way. 1 point for for Lander Valley, and then 3 points, 1 by each person for Riverton. No one with a field goal, in other words, on the floor right now. Lander Valley loses control of it, and away comes Riverton with it. Nice hands there by Bradley and Brown. Bradley now has it up top, 3:26 to play in the half. Bradley going to her right to Johnson, who's now in the game. Johnson looking to drive down towards the baseline, picks up her dribble, gets it to Cloudhorse. Cloudhorse from the wing goes to Brown. Brown will back up and reset things with 3:11 to play in the half. Over to the left to Johnson. Engstrom sets a screen. Johnson drives, puts it up, and goes in good. Hit about 3 points of the rim, but it's up and good, and it's 14-8 in favor of Riverton. Driving is Winfield. She puts it up wildly, no good, and away comes Lander Valley. Put up by Hamilton, up and no good, and Riverton comes away with the rebound with 2:45 to play in the first half. Bradley has a chance to double Lander Valley's score, Brown or more. Brown has it. It's going to use the screen by Engstrom for three. No good by Brown. And away comes Lander Valley. That looked good. It just a little too strong, a little too much heat on it. Turnover there by Lander Valley. That is their fifth. And away comes Riverton with it. Bringing it up the court is Johnson with 2:19. Jackson going to the to the scorekeeper. She's going to check in a moment. Brown has it up top to Cloud Horse. Cloud Horse over to Johnson. Johnson fakes a little bit of a pump for a three. Goes up underneath and loses a bit of control, but again, bailed out by a foul. They're not helping. They're not sealing off the baseline, that being Lander Valley, and they're sending Riverton to the line. Foul is against 34. That is Googles or goggles. I'm not trying to be disrespectful there. That is team 7th. So free throws the rest of the way, or at least one. But on this one, it was a shooting foul, they're going to say, for Johnson. So she will go to the line to shoot 2 and a chance to extend the lead. First one is up. They're going to say it was on the floor. Excuse me. So no shooting foul there. That was a 1-and-1 call. So since it was team 7, she makes the first, and it's 15-8. She was nothing but nylon there. She takes a couple dribbles. Her second free throw attempt's on the way, and it is pure as well. So 16-8. Not many people thought we'd be looking at that at this point, except for Coach McIntosh, his assistants, and the people on that bench. Looking to drive is 24. She misses, puts it up, and good by number 50, that being Anderson. So Anderson with the offensive rebound off the miss by Friday, and it's 16-10. Riverton now. Jackson, who's in the game, looks to go down low. Engstrom going to pop a long two. No good. Rebound by Johnson. Bradley has it. Gets it back to Engstrom. Engstrom underneath to Jackson. She puts it up and good! Long two missed by Engstrom, but they didn't give up on it. And Jackson with the two-pointer underneath. 18-10 with 1:23 to play in the first half. Lander Valley's going to turn the ball over on a steal in the half court by Johnson. Johnson gets it to Jackson. Chance once again to double it up with 1:13 to play in the half. Bradley is on the receiving end of the pass. Dribbles up top, gets it to Judd. Judd looks to drive, puts a runner up. No good. She chases her own rebound. We're going to go to the floor. Engstrom on the floor with it. And we're going to get a jump ball, which means a possession arrow, which is the worst thing. I would say since eggs cost $7 a dozen, but they do now. So that eliminates that. Possession arrow will go to Riverton, though, with 1:01 left. Fegler checking back in. So now we have all the starters back in for Riverton. Fegler will be inbounding with 1:01 and an 8-point lead. Gets into Engstrom. Jackson pops open. She thought about the three. She gets over to Judd. Bradley almost loses control over it, not paying attention, but she's able to regain her focus. Gets it to Fegler. Fegler bringing it up top with 48 seconds left in the half. Fegler to Engstrom. I wonder if they're pulling up kind of a playbook. I haven't seen much from them, but kind of like Bo Sheets does, Coach Sheets of the boys team, holding for a last-second shot no matter how much time is left once you get under a minute. Bradley has it. That's exactly what it seems they're doing with 30 seconds left. Bradley to Jackson. They're not going to have to do that because she gets fouled. Just somebody trying to anticipate the pass instead of going around her, though. It looks like Winfield tried to go through her. That's her first. Team 8th against Lander. So it will send Jackson to the line with 28.6 seconds left. Takes her usual routine, puts the 1-and-1 up, hits off the front iron, rolls to the back iron, down and good. 19-10 in favor of Riverton. She gets the ball back, does her routine, puts that one up, looks short, almost rolls back in like the first one, but doesn't, comes away to Lander Valley. Lander Valley's Friday with it now. Friday gets it over to, I can't see the number, but they go inside to Anderson. She puts it up and one. So hoop and harm there with 16.5 seconds left. Makes it 19-12. Foul is against Ella Judd. That's her second. It's only team 6. I don't think they're worried about that at this point. But I do expect Judd to come out. It looks like Cloudhurst is going to come get her if Anderson sinks his free throw, which she does not. It almost went down. It hit in between the two irons and then hit off both of them and missed. Not wanting Judd to get a third, obviously, here. Jackson has it with 7 seconds. She shoots a long two, maybe. Anderson trying to get the rebound. 2 seconds, 1 second. Jackson's going to have to throw up a half corner. No good. So Jackson with the long two and then the long three missed. And that brings us to half. It is 19-12 in favor of the Lady Wolverines. We'll be right back here on KTAK.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing.
Walk on a pathway instead of the road. Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. And it is time for the Central Wyoming College halftime show. as you would expect in a rivalry game, hard fought, records thrown out the window, and Riverton Lady Wolverines lead the Lady Tigers of Lander Valley 19-12 currently. However, if you showed up for a shooting clinic, you're at the wrong place. Your stats so far brought to you by Central Wyoming College. The scores for Lander Valley: Winfield with 6 on 2 of 6 shooting from the field, 1 of 2 from the line. Anderson with 4, and then Norse with 2. As a whole, Lander Valley is 5 of 20, shooting 25% from the field, and 1 of 5 from the free throw line for only 20%. They've hit 1 out of the 5 attempts, and to get that's really, I mean, if you figure out 4 more points, it's a one-possession game. For Riverton and the Lady Wolverines, kind of the same thing, trying to find points from somebody not named Paisley Jackson. Paisley Jackson leads all scorer with 10, and the good part in this game is, unlike the past couple, she has 0 fouls, and that's not the norm for her. Usually in the first half, she plays a very aggressive brand of defense, and so far she has kept clean on the foul shot. However, she has 4 of 11 from the field and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. She has 10 of the 19, as previously stated. So outside of that, where have we got points coming from? We've got points from Ella Judd. Only 1 shot on the day. Oh, and I think I've got the wrong amount of points up here. 4, 18. I'm missing 1. Where am I missing 1 is the question. I'm trying to find it. Oh, there we go. There, I'm missing 1. Okay, found it. Okay, so leading scorer Paisley Jackson. Behind her, Riley Johnson has 4. We2 Cloudhorse with 3. Ella Judd with 2, and that's it. From the field, Riverton is shooting 6 of 23 for 26%, so 1 percentage point higher, and they're shooting 5 of 10 from the free throw line, having gone the free throw line considerably more, double what Lander has. I'm sure Lander has something to say about that. They're not happy about that, but they have hit at 50%. So really, therein lies basically the difference is at the free throw line, not so much the great percentage, neither team shooting a high percentage, one though hitting 1 out of every 2, and one just hitting 1 out of every 5, and there is your difference. So the gym's still starting to fill up, or still filling up, probably in anticipation of the boys game. Shame, but some people don't get off work as early. They have to go pick up loved ones and whatnot and get here. So we will see. There is no doubt in my mind that Paisley Jackson and Winfield are going to have to carry these teams to some extent, but I don't think either one of them alone can carry it. So really, if you look at what happened in the first half, you're going to look at Johnson and Cloudhorse. The offensive rebounds for Riverton are there. They're there for their taking, and that's where some of those points have came from. In addition to that, one of the things that we'll be seeing is the old saying, a shooter's got to shoot. And after this weekend's performance, Fegler's only shot the ball twice, and that is not like her. So you do wonder if it's becoming mental. Some of the shots she would normally take, she's not taking, even when they're pretty open. It may be a mental thing at this point for her, but we will see. We've only got 1 minute and 44 seconds left until the second half will tip off. Well, not tip off, it'll possession arrow off. So we will be right back. We want to thank Central Wyoming College for sponsoring this halftime show. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine, Adina Vasco, and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
Jay Collins here, and I want to wish all the Fremont County athletes good luck this year. Stop down at Fremont Chevy to talk sports and let me help you purchase your next vehicle. Jay Collins, your local sales professional at Fremont Chevy Buick GMC, 307-349-7846.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
And welcome back to Riverton High School basketball on KTAK. 19-12 at the end of the first half. Lander Valley will start with the ball trailing the Riverton Wolverines by 7. Lander Valley will be going left to right on your radio dial. So Riverton's going right to left on their sides of the benches. Inbounded, going to look to drive, trying to kick it out to Bell. Bell from 15 is no good. Rebound is going to be kicked around. It's going to go out of bounds and off of Riverton. So it'll stay with Lander Valley. Bell in the game. Let's see here who else we can. Norse is in the game. Friday is in the game. I'm trying to lay eyes on all of them for you. Donahue and I'm guessing Winfield. Yep, Winfield for Lander Valley. The starters are as they had been. Driving down is Winfield. She misses. Rebound is going to go all over the place and wind up with Lander Valley. They're going inside to Donahue, and they're going to get Ella Judd on a reach. That's going to be her third. Got that one very quickly. And here comes Haley Engstrom to get her out of the game. Let's see. So it was the starters previously as far as Bradley, Brown, Fegler, Jackson, and Judd. But now Engstrom having to come in. She, of course, had started much of the season before going out, and Jackson took her place. Inbound by Lander Valley. They swing it all the way around to Winfield, who misses from 3, but another offensive rebound, this time by Bell of Lander Valley. Now it's on the floor. They're going inside to Donahue. She spins, open, and good. Just way too many second chance opportunities. And it's 19-14. Inbound, they're trying to press. They get it up to Engstrom past the timeline. She's going to turn the ball over, though, to trying to get to Fegler. But we do have a double dribble, and the coach is not happy about that whatsoever. So as soon as they have their 6th turnover, Lander turns around and has their 7th. 6:52 to play in the third. 5-point game. Lander Valley's missed 3 shots already in the second quarter, but they've got 4 offensive rebounds. Inbounds comes. Bradley now with it. Look to drive. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson looking to go baseline. She's stuck. She gets out to Bradley. Bradley a long 2. No good. Rebound's going to be last touched by Jackson, I do believe. It is, and it goes over to Lander Valley with 6:33 to play in the in the third quarter. Inbound to Bell. Bell bringing across the floor, across the timeline for the Lady Tigers. Bell now stuck. Gets it to Norse. Norse looking to go to the right, looking inside. Gets into Winfield. Winfield going to put a shot up. No good, but she is fouled. So she will go to the line there. Foul is going to be, and this could be somewhat critical, going against Bradley. That's her first, team second. At the line is number 23, Winfield. Bradley over there talking to Coach McIntosh. She puts the first one up and no good. So the free throw woes still continue. She's got 1 shot with 6:17 left after the foul by Bradley of Riverton. Second one is up, and it is good. Up and good. We have a timeout on the floor by Lander with 6:17 to go in the third quarter. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. We'll be right back on KTAK.
And Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org. High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a rural electric?
All right, welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton Wolverine basketball. We're sorry to cut that commercial off to High Plains Power. I think I wasn't paying attention to the ad at the time. It's a 40-second one. We only had 15 seconds, so I'd rather get most of them on the other side. 6:17 to go. Riverton inbounding after the timeout. First timeout of the game, actually. 6:17 to go in the third is when it was taken by Coach Cox. Inbounding, sets the press up. Gets it to Fegler. Fegler gets it to Jackson. Jackson to Fegler, who brings over timeline, gets it to Engstrom now. Engstrom being pressured at the top towards half court. Gets it to Brown, who now hands it to Bradley. Bradley looking for Jackson on the right side. And again, these bounce passes that typically that are missing. It's just confusing. A nice, solid, what they would have taught in basketball camp way back when was chest pass. That way, at least, no matter if the person's cutting towards you or cutting away, if you put enough force behind it, it's going to get to them either way. Jackson was cutting, and she lost control. She came right up on the bounce. But again, like last time, Lander Valley turns the ball over, bringing it over half court. They go to the right and then just turn it over on a bad pass of their own. Fegler now with it on the left wing for the Lady Wolverines. Brown sets up. She was looking for the pick and roll, I think, was Fegler, but Brown didn't. She picked, but she didn't roll, and Fegler loses control of it. Lander Valley looking to break. Now we're on the floor, and we're all going to dive. We're all going to dive on the floor, and we're going to get a possession error with 5:18 to play in the third quarter. This one will go over to Riverton. So, and looks like we're going to get another timeout. This one's going to be a 30-second timeout by Lander Valley. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton versus Lander in this battle of Fremont County's two largest schools. Inbounding is going to be McFadden. She inbounds into the post. Shot is put up and blocked, and Fegler is going to come away with it. Shooter was Norse, it looks like. She missed it, and away comes Fegler going all the way down, kicks it to Engstrom. Engstrom to Bradley. Bradley's going to shoot a three from top of the key and misses everything. She is now 0 for 3 on the day, and we get the air ball chant from the Lander Valley student section that is sitting behind their bench and up a little bit. Bringing it up court is Lander Valley. They get to Norse. Norse drives, shoots a 15-footer, no good. Away comes Riverton with the rebound. Engstrom with that, 4:43 to play in the third. Gets it to Bradley on the right wing now. Bradley looking inside, looking to go baseline. Tries the bounce pass again, and it's turned over. So away comes Lander Valley. You cannot do a bounce. You don't want to force it. Girls, come on. Getting it to Anderson. Anderson misses it. Probably should have been a foul there. I'll agree with Lander Valley because Fegler's not blocking that shot without getting arm on it. She was guarding Anderson, but away comes Riverton with it. Brown has it, gets it to Engstrom up at the top of the key. Over to Bradley. Bradley looking to go baseline, picks up her dribble, is stuck now. She needs to get it out. She does to Fegler on the wing. Fegler shot about it. Gets it to Brown for three. Good! Macy Brown from downtown. First point of the third quarter comes right at the midway mark, for at least for Riverton, 22-15. Lander Valley, she goes to the floor. That's going to be a walk. She wasn't shoved. I mean, it was just good defense, and she just lost her pivot foot. So now we're going to see Cloud Horse come in the game. We're seeing wholesale substitutions. Johnson coming into the game. Leesburg seeing her first action of the day. Ingstrom coming back in, or Ingstrom staying in. And we've got some water, it seems, on the floor, and the officials have called a timeout over there by Coach McIntosh. So who else? Baisley. So your Riverton Wolverines are Johnson, Leesburg, Cloud Horse, Ingstrom, and Jackson on the floor. 3:46 to go in the third quarter. Lead is 7, 22-15 for Riverton. Johnson picked up her dribble, and that's a turnover. Goes right over to Lander Valley. You can't pick up your dribble unless you know where you're going with it against the press. First turnover really caused by the press. And now we have a loose ball. Cloud Horse goes for it. Leesburg gets it, but she's going to step out of bounds for the 11th turnover. She had it. She probably should have let Cloud Horse, who saved it originally from going out of bounds. Cloud Horse had a chance, and Leesburg just went right around her. But unfortunately, there was nowhere to go because the sideline was right there. So nonetheless, though, turnovers now basically even. Looking to drive is Winfield. She puts it up. Good. At least I think that was Winfield. I could be wrong. It is Winfield. There's two on the team who look very identical. 22-17, excuse me. Three-pointer by Leesburg is good! Leesburg, one shot, and it is a killer one at that. 25-17, 3 minutes to go. They just came down, left her open, threw it to her. There it goes. Jackson with the steal there. Now both teams in double-figure turnovers. Back to Ingstrom. Ingstrom wisely pulls it out and is going to reset. Don't tell me they're going to leave Leesburg open again. Oh, they didn't see her. Jackson to Leesburg up top. Leesburg to Johnson. Johnson bringing it to the elbow, gets out to Leesburg. Leesburg fakes, drives in, loses control of it, and we're going to the floor with it, and we're going to have a jump ball. This one going back to Lander. 25-17. For some reason, I think that may be off, but 25-17 in favor. Oh, it's staying with Riverton, actually. I forgot to do the quarter, I guess, or the last jump ball on my stat sheet. So Leesburg inbounds to Johnson. Johnson at the right wing, going to Leesburg on the left wing. Oh, she thought about the three. Going to set a screen by We2 Cloud Horse, and that is a foul against her. That is an illegal screen. She moved when she realized she wasn't positioned well for it. That's Cloud Horse's second, and it's the team third of the second half. Still at this point, 2:22 to go in the third quarter. Lander Valley with no fouls in the quarter. Bell bringing it up for Lander Valley. Lady Tigers going to go to their right, looking inside. They get it inbounds. Kicks it back out to Donahue. Back out to Bell for three. She's good. 25-20, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ingstrom with it. Ingstrom, you got to move forward. Gets all the way up to Cloud Horse. Cloud Horse looking to go baseline. She's going to beat her player, and we're going to get a shove on the floor. So it's going to be a shove on the floor against 50. That's Anderson. That's her first, and Lander's first of the second half. So interesting little inbound play here. Johnson inbound. Everybody was on the baseline. There's nobody there. She bounce passes at Jackson. Jackson fakes the three. Let's go baseline. Steps out, puts it up, and they're going to call a push-off, I do believe, on Jackson. Kind of a late call for the push-off, but nonetheless, it was called. That is Jackson's first. Team fourth. So, minute 47 to go in the third. 5-point lead for Riverton, 25-20. Bell bringing it over the timeline, going to her right. Gets it inside to Anderson. Anderson's going to put it up. Misses everything but the backboard. Get a shot, a rebound. Shots put up, no good. That was by Donahue, but she was fouled. This time it's against Johnson. That's her second, and it's team number 5 of the second half. First shot is up and wildly off target by Donahue. Fegler coming back in. She's going to come get Jackson now. Donahue with the second one on its way. No good again. Rebound comes away to Riverton. Fegler goes to Johnson. Johnson's going to bring it across the timeline with 1:27 to play in the third quarter. Johnson to Fegler. To Leesburg. Leesburg back over to Fegler. Fegler up top to Cloudhorse. Cloudhorse looking to drive. Dishes at Johnson, loses control of it, but goes right to Fegler. Out to Leesburg. Leesburg picks up her dribble, gets it back out to Fegler on the right wing. Fegler for 3. No good. She just can't buy a shot. Today she's 0 for 3. 0 for 11. She's 0 for 14 her last 14 shots. It's just, and now she's gotten a little timid. She was not sure of herself on that. You can tell by the body language. Bell looking to go baseline. Bell does so. Gets it to Anderson. Now we got tip ball all the way around. Turnover number 11 against Lander as Johnson came away with it with 42.4 seconds left. Let's see if Coach Mack decides to wait for the last shot here. Fegler has it in the corner. Gets it up top to Engstrom. She's wide open. Turns it down, though, from 3. And Fegler's going to overthrow Johnson badly. I mean, that was high. That was almost into the front row there. So that's turnover number 12. 12 turnovers to 11. That stat favoring Lander just barely. 29 seconds left. Lander Valley looking to get this down to a one-possession game. Bell brings it over, going to her left. Gets it inside. Shot is put up. It's going to be waved off. Foul is going to be on the floor. That's good for Riverton because Friday hit that shot. Foul is going against Johnson. That's her third. She quickly got up there, and that's team 6. So the entire fourth quarter, free throws for Lander Valley. So here comes Macy Brown. She comes in for Johnson. Inbounding is going to be McFadden. She gets it inside to 13, who misses. Norris misses with 13 seconds left. Fegler has it now, trying to bring it up, and she got hand-checked, and you can't do that. You just simply can't do that. And the coach can argue it all she wants, and she is. But you cannot hand check in high school. But it's only their second team foul, so they've got a lot to give right now. So Fegler's going to be inbound. They got Jackson in with 9.7 seconds left. Got pretty much everybody on the floor can hit from range. Engstrom has it. She had an open look. Overthrows Fegler. Luckily, Brown gets it with 2 seconds. 1 second. Long shot. No good by Fegler, but it was a long one. And, that could have broken her out of her streak. That'd been nice. So, at the end of 3, it's 25-20. We'll be right back. Riverton with the lead here on KTAK.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Lander Valley will start with the ball in the fourth quarter, down by 5 to Riverton. 25-20, it's been close, what you'd expect. Trying to go inside is Lander Valley, tipped away by Jackson, but goes back to Lander Valley. Lander Valley looking to dish it over to Friday. Friday up top to McFadden. McFadden over to Winfield. Winfield to Norse. Norris on the right wing, guarded by Fegler, gets it to Winfield. Winfield for three, hits the top of the backboard. That's supposed to be a violation. They don't call it anyway, but over it goes to Riverton after they fought for the rebound. Fegler with it, out to Brown. Brown to Engstrom. Engstrom back to Brown on the right. Up top to Leesburg, over to Fegler. Fegler going inside to Jackson. Jackson triple teamed, and she's going to be fouled. So it'll be the third team foul against Lander Valley. Foul is going against 13 Norse. That's her third. Team third of the second half, as I said. Riverton needing to play as clean as they can be. Leesburg now coming out. She had started in the fourth, and you've got your starters -1. Jackson on the inbound, muscles it up, and good. McFadden with it now in the half court. Nobody, Riverton not pressing at all tonight. Gets it inside to Friday. Stripped away by Jackson. Jackson able to do so. Turnover number 12 against Lander Valley. They get it inside. I don't know what that was. Fegler was trying to do a long bounce pass along the baseline. She got caught underneath the basket and was very lucky that they were Lander Valley was there to tip it away. So Engstrom and all the starters in with the exception of Judd. So Engstrom in for her right now. Judd not in because she does have 3 fouls. Cross-court pass to Fegler, back to Bradley. Bradley on the left wing, walks it up top, about 5 feet from the top of the key to Brown. Brown dribbles once, picks up her dribble. She's in no man's land. She needs help. Jackson comes to help her. Jackson looking to drive, loses control of it off her own dribble, and it goes out of bounds for turnover 13 against Riverton. 6:18 to play here. .6:18 left in regulation, 27-20 in favor of Riverton. Friday brings it over to Winfield. Winfield now looking to come in from the left wing, goes outside to McFadden. McFadden looking to lose Fegler, can't do it. Goes inside to Anderson. Anderson puts up a little jump hook, misses everything. Rebound comes away to Norse. Norse outside to Winfield. Winfield for 3, no good, barely draws even iron, and Riverton comes away with it with 5:50 to go. Engstrom now with it in the half court. Gets it to Bradley. Bradley on the left wing. Bradley looking inside, going to her right. Now gets it to Engstrom. Engstrom looking inside to Jackson. Gets it to her. Puts up the shot and good! Paisley Jackson starting out the fourth quarter 2 for 2. And it's 29-20. McFadden bringing it up. 5:23 to play. 5:22 to play. McFadden gets it over to Friday. Friday bringing it up top, goes to Norse. Norse going inside for Friday, throws it away. They do get it, though. Anderson able to track it down, goes to Norse. Outside to McFadden, back to Friday. Friday going inside to Norse on the right baseline. She's stuck, going for, are they going to get the jump ball? No, I think they're going to get that. Jackson trying to get the jump ball, stepped on the baseline, so immediately that whistles it out of bounds. So who have we got coming in here? Here comes Cloud Horse back in, and Judd returning now at the 5:04 mark left. Engstrom going to come out now, as well as Macy Brown. McFadden will inbound it to the right as we see it. Inbounds to Anderson. That was beautiful. That was not a bounce pass inside. They did a chest pass, got to her quick. She went up and good. 29-22 looking to press. Has really no effect. You can tell maybe they're not as astute at pressing as a team like Cheyenne East, but who is. Swinging around the horn, winds up with Cloud Horse on the left side. Cloud Horse gets it to Judd. Well, kind of got stripped. It went to Judd. Judd to Bradley. Bradley looking inside. Looking for Jackson. She's not there. She has to pick up her dribble. Now she's running into a 5-second call. And no, they're going to get a timeout on the floor. Timeout, 30-second call with 4:30 to go in the fourth. We'll take it with them and be right back on KTAK.
You can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
Bradley will inbound it here for Riverton after the timeout after she was caught. Looked like it was right at the 5-second call. He got it. Olivia looking to inbound it. It gets tipped by McFadden out. She's literally trying to hand it to Jackson. Needs to be some some off-the-ball screening here. They're just not getting by open. Finally, they set a screen. Bradley's able to get Jackson. Back to Bradley. Bradley goes baseline, stops, pops from 4. She's going to be fouled. She misses the shot, but she will go to the line. This foul is going to go against Friday, number 24. That's her first. 4th team foul of the half. Bradley going to the line, shooting 2. Chance to get this to a 9-point lead. First one is really high, but it's good. That thing could have knocked Jumbo Jets out of the air, Connor. Second one, she gets the ball back from the referee, looking to put up her second one as the student section is now filled out. Second one is really high again, but it's pure again. So nicely done, 31-22, 4:22, 4:21, 4:20 to go in the ball game. Lander Valley gets it to Anderson. Anderson looking to drive, kicks it to Friday. Friday to Winfield. I think that's Winfield, I'm not sure. To McFadden. McFadden to Anderson. Anderson out to Norse. Norse leading to drive baseline, shoots from 15, no good. Rebound is by Riverton. We're going to get a foul reaching over the back. Cloud Horse had it. Anderson went over the top. I think at least that is what is going to be the call. That's going to be on Anderson. It is against Anderson. That's her second. That's the team 5th. So they've quickly kind of eroded most of that foul advantage they had at the end of the third. Jackson looking to inbound here. Gets it, well, doesn't get it in, now does, to Bradley. But they're going to call the 5 seconds, and it's going to be turnover number 14 on the 5-second call. I thought she got it in, but it was bang, bang, and probably going to make up for the last one, which I thought they actually didn't get in. Lucas Engel in the house. Anderson tossing it around to, gets it at 34. That's Googles. Gets it to Winfield. Winfield's going to shoot a 10-footer, no good. And away comes Riverton with it. So nicely done there. 3:37 to play. 9-point game. Chance to get it back to double digits for the first time in quite some time. Cloud Horse with it on the right. Gets it to Fegler. Fegler drives to the free throw line. Kicks out to Judd. Judd taking all the way up and no good. Rebound comes away to Lander Valley. Jackson going to put a little bit of a press on to 24, on to Friday. McFadden going to her left. They wind up kicking it all the way to 24. Back up top from Friday, and we're going to have a timeout, full timeout with 3:05 to play in the game by Lander. We'll take it with them. It's 31-22. Wolverines on top of the Lander Valley Lady Tigers here on KTAK.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Out of the timeout by Lander Valley, 3:04. They throw the inbounds in cross court to Friday. Friday kicks it out to Bell, who's back in. Bell looking to drive baseline, has to pick up her dribble, gets it to Anderson. Anderson over to 34. I think Goggles, is that? Yes. That was by her. She misses from 3. It goes out of bounds on the rebound as everybody attempted to go for the rebound, and will go over to Riverton. We see Jackson coming back in here. She's going to come and get Johnson, who had come back in. Maybe a little offense-defense thing going on here for Coach Mack. We're also going to see a substitution as Norse comes back in the game for Lander Valley. 2:49 to go in the game. We got another celebrity, Carl Cody, in the house. Carl Cody, our photographer. We kind of joke about the celebrity part, but he was named a photograph of the year for all Wyoming newspapers. So congratulations to Carl Cody. Fegler gets it underneath the Engstrom, who has to save it. Judd unable to save it from the save. So it'll be turnover number 15. Fegler was looking for Engstrom. Little bit tossed too hard, and Engstrom able to keep it from going out of bounds, but when she tried to tip it towards Judd, it was just out of her reach. Bell bringing it up. 9-point game, 2.5 now to go. Riverton has led the entire way from bell to bell, or bell to now. Not bell to bell yet. 2:20 away from that. Winfield's going to pop a 3. Engstrom just wasn't up on her. She just dribbled and popped a 3, and it was good. So suddenly, 31-25, they hit Fegler. Fegler looking to take it all the way. Goes up with it. She's going to be fouled. So she got the shot partially blocked, but she is going to go to the line. Let's see here who the foul is against. It's against 13. That is Norse. That's her 4th. Team 6. So now everybody next foul is at least going to shoot 1 and 1. They're saying that was on the floor, so Fegler didn't have a shot attempt if it was on the floor. Inbounds to Judd, gets it to Jackson. Jackson going to Fegler. Fegler looking inside, gets it over to Bradley. Bradley on slightly to the left of the top of the key, brings it to her right. Gets it to Jackson, minute 50 to go. Jackson looking to drive, does so, kicks it out to Engstrom. Engstrom from the elbow puts it up, no good, but she is fouled. And that's the first hard foul, I think, of the game. They got her big. Foul is going against Anderson, number 50, her 3rd, team 7th. So Haley will go to the line, shooting 2. Free throw so critical right now. High arching, no good. Engstrom now 0 for 3 from the free throw line. 6-point game, minute 43 to go. Engstrom at the line, has the ball from the referee. Will take her second shot. It is up, and it is no good. Too hard this time. Rebounds her own. Free throw missed, though, and hands it to Fegler. Fegler to Bradley. Just going to milk some of that clock now. Bell realizing it's coming up top, looking to possibly foul, but more importantly, make that 5-second start. Goes inside to Fegler. Fegler moves, puts it up. No good, but she's going to be fouled as well. So that'll be team 8. Against Lander Valley. I think it's going against Bell. Let's see here. It is going against Bell. That's her 3rd. Team 9. They have it as 8th. That's interesting. I guess it is the 8th. Never mind. 8th team foul. Fegler looking for her first points in 3 games. From the free throw line. Just too hard. Overcompensated. Shot it low. So Friday coming back in the game here on Tuesday. Fegler with it at the line, shoots the second one up and no good. You're just feeling for her now. Rebounded by Jackson, but she's unable to keep it from going out of bounds. Partially rebounded, and it'll go over to Lander Valley with a minute 24 to play. Inbound goes to 24, that being Friday. Friday hands off to Norse. Norse leading to drive, kicks out to McFadden. McFadden to Winfield. Engstrom on top of her now, and she's looking to drive, puts up 2. Does Winfield, no good. Rebound's going to go out of bounds and over to Riverton. So we get a full timeout, minute 07 to play. Timeout by Lander. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back for the last minute and 7 seconds. Riverton leads 31-25 here on KTAK.
The staff and board at the Fremont Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
And welcome back. Minute 07 left. Riverton Lady Wolverines have led this entire game against Lander Valley. They lead now by 6. Inbound to Fegler, but stolen away. And now we're going to have a jump ball. Good job by Olivia Bradley to get in there, and it should go over to Riverton. But they have got. You do not inbound the ball against a full court press in the corner like that. You are going to get nothing but. You got to get it in. Call timeout or something. They get it into Jackson. Jackson now stopped. She breaks free. And now they're going to call late jump ball after she had broken free. That's confusing. So that'll go over to Lander Valley with a minute 1. We make no bones about it. We're not ESPN. We're not being unbiased here on KTAK. We are for Riverton. Inbound is by Lander to Winfield. Engstrom on Winfield. Winfield is going to have to get hot here, you would think, but they get it. McFadden for 3. No good. Rebound by Anderson. Oh, she got shoved. She got shoved. So Anderson missing that one. McFadden missed from 3. Foul is going against Judd, her 4th. Team 7th. So, but Anderson will go to the line, shooting 2, where she is 0 for 1 on the day with 49.3 seconds left. First one up and good. 31-26, chance to get it down to a 4-point game with 49.3. And this is where a lot of people would want a shot clock so that they could just play defense. Second one is up and no good. Rebound by Judd. They look to press her. They get it to Bradley. Bradley, you got your dribble. And we get a timeout called. McIntosh was screaming it at his loudest. It was just chaos down here. Fegler and Olivia Bradley. Bradley, I don't know if she didn't know she didn't have her dribble still. But nonetheless, it's going to be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 31-26. Riverton on top of Lander Valley here on KTAK.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. Set the scene for you. Battle for the ladies for Fremont County supremacy of the 2 largest cities and largest high schools in the county. 31-26, Riverton 1-11. Riverton coming in looking, or I think 1-12 actually. Excuse me. No, 1-11. Nonetheless, 1 win has led this rivalry game from the start. They now lead by 5 with 35 seconds left. Johnson to Fegler, Fegler to Bradley. They are over the timeline, and now we get a foul. This is going to be against Norse. That's her 5th, and she is disqualified. and it is the team 9th team foul, excuse me. So I don't know why they're going 1-and-1 at the line, excuse me. I'm getting all sorts of wrapped up in this. Free throws going to be critical. Reminder, Riverton had a hard time with those this past weekend. Bradley gets one. Will she earn the bonus? She does not. She misses it. Rebound comes away to Friday. Friday looking, runs Johnson over. Charge is called. Johnson saw it coming, posted up well in advance. She was set for 2 or 3 seconds, saw that Friday was not looking up, just concentrating on her dribble, and she just ran Johnson over. Credit Johnson for being willing to stick in there and take that awful punishment, because that was a hard foul. Ball is inbound. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by McFadden with 25.1 seconds left. 31-26. Riverton with the ball. Has to get it inbounds, though. Let's see. Fegler looking for Fegler. Gets it into Engstrom. Engstrom looking to go down towards the baseline. Gets it to Bradley. Bradley loses control of it. Nope. They're going to say it was tipped. And I'm kind of with the Coach Cox on that one. Yep, and they just reversed it. So that'll be turnover number 16 on the day against Riverton to 12 for Lander. Turnovers not been the difference today. A little more than I'd like to have seen by Riverton, but they have led the whole way. Bell bringing it up with 15 seconds left. She opens her, rejected by Haley Engstrom. Engstrom says, no, ma'am, not today. Gets it to Jackson, who draws a foul. Engstrom with an absolute rejection. That was nice. So Jackson going to go to the line. McFadden with her second foul, they're going to say. So, but it is team 10. They've got over 10. So it'll be 2 shots. They're taking everybody off the line. They're giving some fives. Bradley and Johnson, the 2 guards. They start the bus, starting up. Jackson puts the first one up. Good. (32-26) with 8.7 seconds left. And this gym is getting very, very crowded. Second shot is up and good by Paisley Jackson. 33-26 with 6 seconds left. 5 seconds left. 4 seconds left. They'll let her take it all the way. She misses, does Wingfield. Johnson comes away with it. And that is the ball game. Riverton Lady Wolverines 33. Lander Valley Lady Tigers 26. We'll be right back with the Click It or Ticket post-game show here on KTAK.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
From the field, to the court, to the pool, and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
And the trophy, of course, just going home with Riverton, taking it here on their home court, 33-26. At the end of the day, it was a story of just a hard-fought game and a little bit better shooting by Riverton. I guess I owe Paisley Jackson an apology because I said she could not do it alone, and she kind of did in the second half. Only 8 points, not her, so she was accounted for 6 of the 14, so almost 50%. She accounted for basically everything scored in the fourth except for 2 free throws, as Riverton only had 2 3-pointers go in, and that was the only shots they made in the third quarter. So that kind of goes without saying that your Papa Murphy's player of the game is going to be Paisley Jackson. She finishes with 16 points on the day on 6 of 13 shooting. She was 100% in the second half, scoring all and making all of her shots that she shot, but also doing that all in the fourth quarter. She didn't even put up a shot in the third. So congratulations, Paisley Jackson, our Papa Murphy's player of the game. For our Gatorade Thirst Quencher player of the game, we're going to go basically with one play of the game and some great defense. Well, great defense throughout, but the play of the game, Bell for Lander Valley from the right wing, open look for 3, chance to pull within 2, and Haley Engstrom just sent it right back into her face. So congratulations, Haley Engstrom, your Gatorade Thirst Quencher player of the game. Your final stats in this game for Lander Valley. Whitfield finished unofficially with 11. Anderson with 7. Bell with 3. Donahue with 2. Norse with 2. And for Riverton, Paisley Jackson finishes with 16. Johnson with 4. Cloudhorse with 3. Brown with 3. And Bradley with 2. And 2 critical free throws to just basically say it's over. So congratulations, the Riverton Wolverine, the Lady Wolverines taking care of business. And now it's going to be time. We're going to switch gears right now. We'll be right back after these messages with the Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show right after this on KTAK.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians.
Wear light clothing.
Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
And welcome to the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show here on KTAK. It is time for the Riverton Wolverines of the male variety against the Tigers of Lander Valley. Lander Valley going to be looking to get a revenge for last year. Riverton boys, with a lot of these guys that play football for the boys, going to be looking to do the exact same thing, but for a different reason. So, what are our Ranger keys to the game? Reminder, the Ranger brings you all the great action, gives you all the context of what happens both in these games and around the communities and around all Fremont County. So go to I just blanked out there for a second. I do apologize. So give us a call. Subscribe today. We've got some great deals going on right now. Come in and say that you heard me talking about it on the Riverton Wolverine broadcast, and we'll give you a $10 off a year subscription. So that makes it $50 or $55 for the whole year. So, and you can read all Sean O'Brait's great stuff about the games, as well as keep up with what the school board's doing and everything like that. Keys to the game comes down really simple. Neither one of these teams is tall. Quite frankly, nobody is overly tall here. That could be an advantage to Riverton, or it could be looking in the mirror a bit. Riverton used to being the shorter of teams, and that is not the case here. Riverton, of course, top 3 in the state in 4A. And you got a top 5 team or top 10 team in Lander, 2 highly ranked teams. The gym is about as full as I've seen it in quite some time, well, ever really, in my year and a half being here. So it's going to be a matchup for the ages. I expect this to be very, very fast-paced moving. I don't expect this to be a slow, methodical, take advantage of each possession. I expect this to be chaos. So I expect it to be, in a word, fun. So if you're at home listening to this on the radio, hop on our YouTube page. Check it out. Watch the game. You'll still get all the stats and everything from me. And we're about a minute away, so we're going to pay some bills really, really quick and be right back with the Sutherland's starting lineup here on KTAK.
Sure to be healthier, you may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Welcome back to the Hampton Inn and Suites pregame show. It is time for the Sutherland starting lineup. For Lander Valley, a junior, number 2, Parker Sixby. Number 10, a senior, Lincoln Braden, excuse me. Number 15, it was Braden Lincoln. Number 15, a junior, Bennett Washburn. Number 23, a senior, Brennan Stauffenberg. And number 24, a senior, Abe Lopez. They are coached by Coach Stu Mullins. And now for your Riverton Wolverines, a senior, number 0, Jason Benson. A junior, number 1, Derek DeVries. A senior, number 5, Cade Gabrielson. A junior, number 12, Parker Paxton. And a senior, number 14, Nathan Hutchison. The Riverton Wolverines are coached by Bo Sheets. Okay, I'm getting notes that I do notice that we're getting a little bit of a breakdown on 93.1. They're having a hard time. And they keep going down. The school's Wi-Fi drops anytime it's busy, they're saying. Our MiFi is still on the fritz from Verizon. They can't figure out what's wrong. So tip-off does go to Lander Valley, though. So if you're listening in from the Lander broadcast, we welcome you. We're not Lander focused, so swinging around the horn to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg outside to Sixby. Sixby hands it off to Lincoln. Lincoln hands it off to Washburn, who drives in and is blocked by Derek DeVries. Rebound is it's going to come away. Goes a little loose. Winds up in DeVries' hands. Gets it to Gabrielson. Gabrielson looking for Vincent. Gets it to Vincent. Paxton back to Vincent on the left wing. Vincent looking to come up top, goes to Paxton. Paxton driving, stops, pops from 15, bam! And that is a good sign if you're a Riverton fan. Parker Paxton hitting his first shot. He takes of the night, and it is 2-0 in favor of Riverton. Swinging along, they get to Lopez. Lopez gets it to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg driving in on Derek, takes it up, and Derek's going to get called for the foul there. That is his first, team first. And that will send Stauffenberg to the line to shoot 2. First one is up, on its way, good. Second one up and good by Stauffenberg. His first 2 of the night. Coming out in press, they get it from DeVries to Paxton. Paxton's trip, they're going to say it went off of Lander, and that was right in front of me. I thought they got some arm there, so we'll say the possession just kind of equaled it out because it went off Parker's knee. Gabrielson with it back up to Paxton. Paxton slightly to the left of to the key. Paxton going back to Paxton. Paxton going back and forth with it. Back to Gabrielson. Gabrielson fakes 3, gets it to Hutchison for 3. No good. They go for the rebound, and it comes away to Washburn of Lander Valley. Stauffenberg to Lopez. Lopez left of the key. Back up top to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg looking to drive. Gets it to Lincoln. Lincoln dishes it to Washburn. Washburn floating a pass to Stauffenberg along the baseline. Puts up a 3. No good. Misses everything. And he's hearing it as Paxton comes away with it. Paxton to Gabrielson. Gabrielson slows up. Gets over to Vincent. Vincent for 3. Good! Jason Vincent from downtown. 5-2, 5:53 to play in the first. Lopez with it, gets it to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg to Lincoln. Lincoln looking to get it Lopez. Lopez to Stauffenberg again. Stauffenberg guarded by Hutchison. He tries to spin and lose him. He is unable to, puts up the shot and misses. Paxton coming away with it, looking to break potentially. Going over to Vincent. Vincent to Hutchison. Hutchison down the corner of the baseline, looks to come across the paint, gets it to Derek. Derek is blocked by Stauffenberg. Gets it Lopez. Now Lander looking to move with pace with 5:16. They drive, put it up. What are we going to get? No, it's a charge run by Nathan Hutchison. See who it's against here. 24, that is Lopez. His first, team first. Coming in the game now is Ty Sheets and Drevin Monroe. They're going to come get Hutchison and DeVries with 5:14 to play in the first quarter, 5-2 in favor of Riverton. Vincent inbounds to Paxson. They're going to try and press Paxson. Okay, we'll see how that works. Paxson to Vincent, back to Paxson. Paxson going all the way to Drevin Monroe, crosses the timeline on that pass, that long pass. Vincent to Gabrielson. Gabrielson for three. Oh, he hit the side of the backboard, gets it himself, gets blocked. 2 misses by Gabrielson. Stauffenberg comes away with it, gets it to Lopez. Lopez looking to drive down. He's guarded by Vincent. He's going to get a foul on the floor, I think, called against Drevin Monroe. Nope, they're going to call that against Jason Vincent. His first, team second of the first half. And they're going to say he was shooting? Really? Okay, we'll go with that then. So it'll say, nope, now they've reversed it. I was about to say they called it well on the floor before he even thought about putting up a shot. So Lopez will be inbounding to the left as we see it of his own basket. Gets out to Lincoln. Lincoln looking to drive on Gabrielson, puts it up. No good. Monroe comes away with the rebound. Monroe gets it to Paxson. Paxson brings over the timeline to Gabrielson. To Ty Sheets in the corner for three. Good! Ty Sheets from way downtown makes it 8-2. Quickly back, Lander Valley gets it to Lincoln. Cut off by Gabrielson. Goes back up top to Stauffenberg, who gets it to Washburn. Washburn to Lopez. Lopez looking to kick it out for a wide open three. No good. Rebound by Monroe. That missed three being by Sixby. Vincent to Monroe. This place wants to explode. They get it out to Sheets. Sheets bringing it up top. Sheets to Vincent. Vincent way out towards half court, shaded to the left side. Gets to Gabrielson, who is dead nut center. Gets it to Monroe. Monroe is going to get fouled from behind. Just kind of a cheat, maybe a frustration foul by the miss there. That's going to be against Sixby. His first. And let's see, Whalen and Bartoni are going to come in. Hutchinson and DeVries coming back in for Vincent and Gabrielson. Monroe looking to inbounds. Going to get it, throw a long one out towards the volleyball line, as I like to call it, to Paxton. Paxton to Sheets. Sheets looking inside. Monroe had already cut, so has to get it back up top to Paxton. Gets it to DeVries. DeVries to Monroe. Monroe looking to drive. Does so. Goes out to Paxton. Paxton looking to shake him loose. Gets it to DeVries. DeVries to Sheets. Sheets going baseline. Back out to Paxton on the left wing, right wing for three. Good! Parker Paxton from way downtown. He is 2 for 2, maybe more importantly. And it's 11-2. Full timeout with 3:26 called by Coach Mullins of Lander Valley. We'll take it with him and be right back on KTAK.
To the canyon near you. Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. It is 11-2. Riverton dominating so far in the early going in the first 4 minutes and 34 seconds of this action against their dreaded rival from Lander Valley. We've got some sort of time on the floor, and I don't know what is going on here. Let's see here. It's Carl Cody. He's getting called for taking shots. It's our photographer of the year, Carl Cody, getting lectured by the referee of where he can be. You can't be directly underneath the basket or behind it, but you can be slightly off to the right or left. So, Carl, thank you for moving, and we're back and going here. Inbounded by Lander Valley. They start the quarter with or start after the timeout, quarter ain't over. They start with the ball. They have the ball. There we go. Stauffenberg swinging to Washburn. Washburn looking to go center, gets it to Lopez. Lopez looking to drive center, cut off. They get it out to Bartoni. Bartoni going to swing it. Now they're swinging all the way around the horn up top to Lopez. Lopez looking to drive the middle. A lot of good ball movement. Stauffenberg takes a three, and it bounces in. It rattles home. It wasn't the best to look because of the defensive rotation, but it does go in. And it is now 11-5. DeVries gets it to Paxson. He's out there with Monroe, Sheets, and Hutchinson. Looking to go to DeVries. DeVries fakes the three. DeVries picks it back up, going back to Paxson on the right side of the key. Paxson picks up his dribble, gets it to Hutchinson. Looks like Gabrielson's coming back in. They get inside to Monroe. To Drevin Monroe, who badly misses a shot, and then there's going to be a foul there. This one on Hutchinson, his first, team third. Just a little bit of frustration on that. Drevin Monroe didn't look like he either mishandled it slightly or he didn't get a really good look. He went up a little too prematurely, and it cost him. So 11-5, Lander Valley looking to cut more into this lead here. Held by Riverton. Lopez has it. He's going to go down the right side of the court. Gets it to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg to Bartoni. Bartoni back to Lopez on the right of the wing. Hutchinson able to get his hand in there and deflect it out of bounds with 2:07 to go in the first quarter. So it'll be out of bounds, and Lopez will be taking it about 10 feet away from the baseline on the far side, where about halfway between the baseline and the student section for Riverton. Gets it in. Stauffenberg now has it. Gets it to Lopez. Lopez back to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg over to, Whelan, And Lopez just takes out Hutchinson, and Stauffenberg, off the pass, puts it up and good. He has all their points. So 11-7, minute 42 to go. Gabrielson bringing it up, gets it to Vincent. Vincent to Hutchinson. Hutchinson to Gabrielson. Gabrielson to Monroe, who's going to shoot a three. No good. Derek DeVries tips the rebound, gets it to Vincent. Hutchinson now has it tipped out to him. Monroe out to DeVries. DeVries with a head fake, shoots from 15. No good. So DeVries 0 for 2 now, and Lopez comes out of the fray with the ball. They get it to Bartoni. Bartoni to Stauffenberg. Looks like Lincoln is going to be coming back in. Swings it all the way back to Bartoni. Bartoni up to Whelan. Whelan back to over to Lopez on the right wing. Lopez guarded by Vincent. He looks to drive, puts it up. Nicely done, but trying to beat out Vincent's hard to do. He had an open look. He just missed it, and Riverton comes away with it with 52 seconds left. Hutchinson with it, and yeah, they're going to get a hand check on Stauffenberg just like they did earlier on Hutchinson, or playing a little too aggressive. So it's going against Stauffenberg, and that's only his first, but you don't want to see him get really any if you're Lander Valley right now, because he's your entire offense. Okay, so for Riverton now, we are back to, I do believe we are back to our starters. We are indeed back to our starters, and we've got a couple of guys coming in. We've seen John coming in for Lander Valley. John and Lincoln coming back. Lincoln comes back in. John seeing his first action. They get inside to DeVries. DeVries back out to Gabrielson. Gabrielson thought about going baseline, comes back out and passes to Paxson. Back to Gabrielson on the right wing. Cross court to Vincent. Almost picked off. Vincent drives, gets it to Gabrielson, who lays it up, and no good. But Vincent skies for it, puts it back and good. (13-7). Lincoln with it now. Lincoln looking to give it to, he gets it to John. John back up top to Whelan. Whelan over to Sixby. Sixby to Bartoni on the right wing. Back up top to Whelan. Whelan guarded by Paxson with 5 seconds, with 4 seconds. The coach is yelling for him to do something. He does nothing, has to throw it up and misses everything. Just really poor clock management there. So we are at the end of one. It is 13-7. Riverton Wolverines over the Lander Valley Tigers. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. It is Riverton 13, Lander Valley Tigers 7 here on KTAK. And it should start out with the ball being Lander Valley's. It's not going to, though. Excuse me, not Lander Valley's. It should start out with Riverton now. So inbound, we've got our starters in, I do believe. Yes, it is all the usual suspects, Vincent, DeVries, Gabrielson, Paxson, and Hutchinson, and they turn the ball over. Really the first turnover of the day by anybody. Stauffenberg now has it. He's going to look inside for Lincoln. That was nice, and Lincoln is good. So 13-9, only a 4-point game now. 7:33 to go in the half. Gabrielson breaks the token pressure, gets it to Vincent on the far left wing. Vincent looking to bring it up. Lopez guarding him tightly. They get DeVries out to Gabrielson. Gabrielson for three, and he just can't buy a bucket. But they come away with the rebound, getting it back to Gabrielson. He's going to drive down, kick it out to Vincent. Vincent at the free throw line now, picks up his dribble, gets it to Paxson. Paxson on the right wing. Paxson surveying the situation, back up top to Gabrielson. Back to Paxson, back to Vincent. Vincent from the corner, a three, no good. And it's going to be tipped by DeVries trying to save it. Goes out of bounds despite Hutchison's great effort there. So Lander Valley now able to get it down to a one-possession game here. They've got Bartoni in. They've got Lopez and Stauffenberg, who seem to not sit very much at all. Or at least didn't in the first half, Lincoln and Sixby. So most of their starters, I think the only one, Bartoni. Stauffenberg gets a look from three, and he hits from downtown, and it's a one-point game. Stolen away, Lopez puts it up, no good. So turnover number 2 on Riverton, and we are looking at 13-12. So foul is going to go against DeVries there. That's his second. I can't imagine a world where he stays in for much longer right now with 6:40 to go in the half. 2 shots for Lopez. First one is up and good. That is his first points of the day. And it is 13-13. Second one is up and no good, so it'll remain tied. DeVries getting it to Paxson on the break. Paxson gets out to Gabrielson. Gabrielson now picks up his dribble. He's stuck. Gets it to Paxson. Paxson driving, shoots from 15. No good, leaves it short. Rebound goes over to Lander Valley. Stauffenberg bringing it up. Gets it to Lopez. Lopez with a little push off on Vincent, but they're going to play physical here. Lopez gets it back. Gets it over to Sixby. Sixby for 3 is good. 16-13 in favor of Lander Valley. 6:06 and a half. Paxson with it, gets it to DeVries from 17, good. His first points of the day. Paxson looking to use his speed, gets it to Gabrielson in the corner. Gabrielson going to Hutchinson. Hutchinson to DeVries. DeVries to Paxson out top for 3. No good. Rebound by Gabrielson. Gabrielson from 15. No good. DeVries with a nice rebound. And we're going to have a foul somewhere on the floor there. They are furious, are the Lander Valley fans. They want a foul there. All Derek did was come and slap the ball away, and that's against Stauffenberg, his second, team fourth. Coming in now is Lucas. Lucas coming in, and Sheets coming in. Hutchinson will be inbounding here at the 5:12 to go in the half mark. Stauffenberg not happy. Who can blame him for getting his second foul there with 5:12 to go in the first half. Hutchison looking. He can't find anybody. Got to get it there. Nicely done to Lucas. Hits a floater. Nicely done, young man. Lucas for 2. 19-16. Lopez coming down quickly. Hands it to Lincoln. Lincoln go cross court for Sixby. Sixby looking to break it down. Going over the back. Nicely done by Lucas. Lucas to save it. Goes flying out of bounds and throws it off of Sixby's leg. Sixby, I don't know what the plan was there with the weird, kind of the fancy pass, but Lucas read it. I'm telling you, for the young man, he's having one heck of about 22 seconds since he got in. Inbounded to Sheets. They're going to look to trap him. Sheets gets it to Paxton. Paxton back to Sheets. Sheets crosses the timeline. Sheets goes to Monroe, who's now checked in as well. Monroe coming over, hands it to Paxton with 4:40 to go in the half. Paxton, it looks like a little bit of a double team or a zone. Inside to Vincent. Vincent taking it all the way to the basket, misses, and away comes Lander Valley with the rebound, trailing 19-16. Lopez looking to go all the way, looking to turn around, and Lucas is there again. Lucas is going to get a jump ball. Lucas is having one heck of a minute. This is insane. And this, if you remember, if you're with us for the girls broadcast, I said little bits of pieces of guys who you wouldn't expect putting in quality minutes, and that is what we have seen by Lucas. Possession arrow is going to go again to Lander, They look to inbound, and it goes off of Drevin Monroe. Will stay with them. No, they're going to say it went off Lander Valley. So to go over to Riverton, great defense there, I guess, by Drevin Monroe. This is a fun game. Inbounded to Paxton. Paxton looking to bring it up the left, gets it to Sheets. Sheets looking to come towards center, gets it back to Paxton on the left, who breaks it down, gets it to Lucas. Lucas back out to Paxton on the left wing. Paxton going cross court to Sheets. Sheets thought about the three, instead drives, gets it to Paxton. Paxton on the left wing, gets it to Drevin Monroe up top. Back to Paxton for 3. No good by Paxton. He's gone cold. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe puts it up. They call nothing, and it winds up being missed by Monroe, and it'll go over to Lander Valley. And we're going to get nothing. It's going to go out of bounds and over to Riverton. And Lander Valley boos, Riverton cheers. This is a rivalry game. So this will now go over 3:46. Let's see here. Hutchison coming in to get Vincent. Lucas has earned some playing time, and they're going to take him out here. Gabrielson's going to come get him. But what a few minutes by Lucas. About a minute and a half there where he basically made a great defensive play, got another great defensive play, got 2 points on a shot by a nice cut. He just involved in everything. Parker Paxton now with it. Gabrielson has it. 3:40 to go in the first half. Gets it to Hutchinson. Hutchinson stops from 14. Can't get it up, but they follow the rebound, and it's going to come away to Lincoln. And let's see here, that foul's going to be as they look to break. Bartoni able to get Paxton up in the air. So the foul is most likely going to be against number 12, Parker Paxton. It is. It's his first, team 5th. Inbound, Lincoln has it now on the right wing. Goes off his foot. Paxton trying to get to it. Gets it. Drevin Monroe. Oh, we got all sorts of chaos. And we're going to have a walk because Drevin Monroe didn't have a pivot foot. But all sorts of chaos. We had 4 Riverton Wolverines, 3 Lander Valley Tigers diving everywhere. And that's what you want to see. Lincoln coming out. He looks like he may be a little bit hurt. Let's see who came in for him. Number 11, that's Monroe Black. I think that's the first time we've seen him. They're going to swing it away to Monroe Black. Back up top to Whelan, who's in. They get it to Lopez. Lopez looking to drive, cut off. Whelan gets it over to Washburn. Washburn to Lopez. He's looking to drive, puts it up, no good. And we're going to have a foul on 5. That's going to be against Cade. His first, team 6th. So that will send Lopez to the line after he missed the shot. He has 1 point on the day coming from the charity stripe in this quarter. 2:54 in the half. First one up on the way. No good, too hard. 19-16 score remains. Lopez will have one more shot trying to get it down to a 2-point advantage. Second one is up. Took a weird spin, but went perfectly through. So 19-17, 2-point game. Paxson gets off the inbound pass, gets it to Sheets. Sheets to Hutchinson past the timeline. Hutchinson looking to drive, drives down to the paint, and he's going to get called for a walk. That's going to be the third turnover of the day. So not bad on turnovers, but right now Riverton leading that category, not how you'd like to, 3-0. So now we've got DeVries and Vincent coming back in. So Hutchinson, Gabrielson, Paxson along with them means the starters are all back in. So Lopez bringing it up, gets it to Bartoni. Bartoni gets it to Washburn. Washburn looking for Lopez, gets it to him. Vincent all over him, gets it back out to Whelan. Whelan is going to have it stolen by Hutchinson. Actually, they have 2 turnovers already. Now they've got 3 as it goes out of bounds. That all caused by great effort by Nathan Hutchinson. Gabrielson gets the inbound pass from Vincent, gets it to DeVries. DeVries bounce passes at Gabrielson. Now they have a little bit of numbers. They don't get to take advantage of it. They get to Paxson out top. He drives in, shoots from 8. No good. Ball is going to be rebounded by Lander Valley. Lander Valley looking to break. Lopez trying to take it all the way. Puts it up. Good. His first points from the field. And it's 19-19. Minute 54 to go in the half. Gabrielson now with it, gets it across the timeline to Vincent, and Vincent almost loses it, picks it back up, gets it over to Hutchinson. Hutchinson going to look to drive, hands it to Gabrielson. Gabrielson puts it up, no good. He cannot buy a field goal today. He shot 6 of them, missed them all, but he will get fouled. Foul is by 15, that's Washburn. That's his first, team 5th. Comes at the minute 40 mark in the first half. Gabrielson now will get 2 shots. Let's see if he can kind of take that cast iron frying pan off the top of the basket. First one on its way, absolutely pure. So Riverton retakes the lead from the tie at 19. Sheets looking to come in now. He's going to get DeVries. Most likely, minute 40 left. Derek is the only guy with 2 fouls in the entire, well, for Riverton. Stauffenberg also has 2. We haven't seen him since he got his second. So probably want to give DeVries just the defensive play off and possibly the last of it. Gabrielson's second one is up and no good. So it's a 1-point game. Lopez with it. Lopez kicks it over, swings around the horn here, winds up with Bartoni. Bartoni to Lincoln. Lincoln back to Lopez on the left wing. Lopez looking to drive on Vincent. Gets it to Whelan. Whelan going cross court to Washburn. Hutchinson almost got in there that passing lane to Bartoni. Bartoni to Lincoln. Lincoln back out to Bartoni. Bartoni to Whelan. Over to Lopez. Lopez drives in, puts up basket. No good. And it's going to go on the floor. And how's that not a walk? How is that not a walk? He lost his pivot foot just like Drevin Monroe did. Okay, come on, be a little consistent here. We have a timeout with a minute 02 mark left in the first half. We'll take it with them. It's most likely a 30-second would be my guess. It is a 30-second. So we'll take it with them and be right back on KTAK.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine, Adina Vasco, and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. It is the Fremont County rivalry game that everybody in Riverton Lander looks forward to. It is Riverton versus Lander. So it's a minute 02 left. Riverton leads 20-19. They led 13-7 at the end of 1, but Lander has came back on the back of, pretty much on the back of Lopez and a few other role players with Stauffenberg being out. Looking to inbound it. They get it out of the timeout. Inbound to Lopez. Lopez is going to shoot a 3. He's blocked. and Riverton comes away with it. Vincent has it with 54 seconds left. Vincent pulls up, gets it to Hutchinson. Hutchinson pulls up, puts it up. No good, but he's going to get 2 shots. And I don't mean to be critical of the refs, but on that loose ball there, if you're watching on video, exactly the same way it was with Drevin Monroe. And it should have been called there. And it was called against Drevin Monroe, and I'm all for it. They don't call it enough. If you pick up your pivot foot, if I can see the shoe sole, that used to be a walk. Hutchinson puts the first one up and good. Foul was against Washburn. That's his second, team 6th. 21-19, Hutchinson puts the second one up and good. 22-19. 46 left in the half. Lopez over to Bartoni. Bartoni to Washburn. Washburn back up top to Whelan. Over to Lopez. Lopez guarded by Vincent. Lopez gets it back to Monroe Black. Now they swing it over to Whelan. Whelan to Lopez. Looks at 3, trying to break down Vincent. Good luck with that. And he's going to duck his shoulder, and they're going to call a walk. Should have been a charge, according to Coach Sheets, but we'll take it. It's a walk. It's a turnover. That's turnover number 4. He walked, technically, I guess you could say he walked beforehand. So 27 seconds left. Riverton by 3. Inbound to Gabrielson. A little bit token pressure, it looks like. Lopez will guard Gabrielson. He gets it to Paxson. Back to Gabrielson. To DeVries over the timeline. Out to Vincent. With 15 seconds, you know what Coach Sheets is going to do. He's going to wait for the last shot. Gets it 10 seconds now. Paxson with up top. They look to double team him. Paxson to Hutchinson. Back to Paxson with 6 seconds. Paxson looking to break it down. Gets it to Vincent with 3 seconds. DeVries at the horn. No good. And that'll be the half. It is 22-19 in favor of Riverton. 3-point lead. We'll be right back with the CWC halftime show here on KTAK.
Jay Collins here, and I want to wish all the Fremont County athletes good luck this year. Stop down at Fremont Chevy to talk sports and let me help you purchase your next vehicle. Jay Collins, your local sales professional at Fremont Chevy Buick GMC, 307-349-7846.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Moreland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org. High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
And welcome to the Central Wyoming College Halftime Show. You are listening to 93.9 KTAK, and here is the stats from halftime. Individually looking, your leading scorer for the visiting Lander Valley Tigers is Stauffenberg, which you would expect. He has 10. Lopez follows him up with 4. And then Lincoln with, Sixby with 3 and Lincoln with 2. So really the bulk of the offense coming from Stauffenberg. For Riverton, a little more balanced with that. Leading scorers are Jason Vincent and Parker Paxton, each with 5. Derek DeVries has 4. Ty Sheets has 3. Nathan Hutchinson and Lucas have 2 each. And then Gabrielson with 1. Now, if you want to know why Lander Valley is the defense and how hot Riverton started, if you want to know why that the lead is as close as it is, it's not really hard. 13-7 at the end of the first, being outscored 12-9 by Lander Valley was Riverton in the second quarter to make it 22-19. You got to look no further than misses. Lander Valley's only shot the ball 15 times, 15 field goal attempts. They are 40% from the field. They've been to the line 6 times. They have hit 66% of their free throws. Riverton has shot the ball 29 times. They have shot 29 shots. And I will recount that earlier, but they have shot a lot. 29 times, they've hit 8 of them. They're 27% from the field. And this kind of mirrors a bit the first half against Kelly Walsh. It was 30.4% from the field. They've kind of gone down lately. When they go all the way back to the Cody Bronx, they were 44% from the field. So as of late, it has become not good. And they're having a 3-point contest on the floor. And I'm not even going to say who may be shooting out there, but it might be a legend at 3-point shooting for Riverton, former kicker as well. So how is this fair? But for Riverton, it's come down to they've got to hit their shots. They've got to get better off and closer. Both Vincent and Parker Paxton start out lightning hot, both 2 for 2. Vincent wound up being 2 for 4. Paxton wound up being 2 for 6, missing everything in the second quarter. Hutchinson 0 for 3. He's gotten his points at the free throw line. Gabrielson, who normally doesn't shoot this much, is 0 for 6 and 1 of 2 from the line. So it's a rough one so far from the field. But the good part for Coach Sheets is you can say it was a rough one, yet we're still winning. Riverton is still winning. So kind of also puts in perspective the Lander crowd thinking that the refs were doing some home cooking when they've had twice as many free throw attempts. And they've made twice as many as well. So both shooting the same percentage. But there's about 3:10 left. We will be right back with the second half of this ball game. We'd like to thank again Central Wyoming College for sponsoring the halftime show, and we'll be right back on KTAK.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton Wolverine High School basketball. 22-19 at half in a absolute barn burner close one. Both teams each really having a half where they were doing extremely well. So let's see here. I'm being told that we've got some shoddiness here that people are waiting to watch. I'm not seeing that, Kelly, if you're listening to my broadcast. They may be on the Lander one, though. They had some issue. So I just checked mine, so you should be. So now we are going here. I've got a lot of people watching, just so Kelly knows. Paxton with it on the inbounds, as they will start with the ball to start the second half. It's your typical starts. They get over to DeVries, who shoots a 3, and he is off target, and it will come away to Stauffenberg, who's finally back in the game for Lander Valley. They get it over to Washburn. Washburn drives to the right, gets it to Lopez. Lopez back to Washburn around the baseline. Goes out, kicks out to Sixby. Sixby looking to drive, kicks out to Lopez. Lopez drives down the middle, up and good. So Lander strikes first and cuts the lead to 1. 22-21 in favor of Riverton with 7:06 to go in third. Paxton just knifes through, shoots from 15, and it rattles in home. He just ditched a double team, and then he was all alone. Nicely done there by the young man. It's 24-21. Stauffenberg to Lopez. Riverton not looking to press. To Washburn. Washburn cut off by Hutchinson in the middle. Winds up with Stauffenberg. He got Hutchinson up in the air. Gets him up in there again, but has to dish it. Hutchinson barely going up there, able to keep his defensive positioning. Kicks it back out to Lopez, looking to break down Vincent. Swings it all the way to Washburn, back to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg on the right wing, back up top to Lopez. Lopez over to Sixby, screen as Parker was on him. He takes a couple steps and passes to Washburn. Washburn to Stauffenberg. He tries to go over to DeVries, cannot, and Gabrielson comes away with the rebound. They get to Paxton way up top. He's looking to go baseline. He does, and he's going to be called. They're going to say he walked the baseline and fell out of bounds. and that was dangerous play there by Parker because he was pulling it down there and going tightrope action when he didn't have to during the play. Gets it to Bartoni now for Lander. Vincent with the steal. Vincent trying to go coast to coast. Puts it up and good. 26-21. Fifth turnover of the day for Lander Valley. Gets it to Lopez. Lopez going to Washburn. Cross court. Back to six, down to 6B, along the baseline. Back out to Washburn, and 6B was trying to drive. Gets to Stauffenberg up top of the key. Goes to Lopez on the left wing. They're trying to set a screen. They'll switch. Lopez then gets it back to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg looking to drive. Gets it to Lopez around the baseline. Fakes a three, looks to drive. Pump fake, misses. And rebound by DeVries. DeVries trying to go coast to coast, maybe. Nope, gets it to Hutchison for three. No good. Rebound by Lopez. Lopez brings it up into the front court. Gets it to Bartoni. Bartoni over to Lopez. Lopez surveying the situation. Gets it over to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg looking inside. Looks like Sheets and Drevin Monroe are about to check in for Riverton. Going to the baseline to Bartoni. Up to Lopez. Washburn to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg for three. No good. Rebound is by Bartoni, who misses from two, and Paxton comes away with it. In the half-court set, they get to Vincent. Vincent on the left wing. Vincent gets it. Gabrielson down in the down around the baseline. Back to Vincent. Vincent to Hutchison. Hutchison looking to drive, kicks it all the way out to Paxton. Paxton looking to drive, stops, pops from 15, leaves it short again. Vincent rips it away and puts it up and good. Stauffenberg had it, Vincent said no, and Vincent put it up and good. 28-21, Stauffenberg leans in to draw the three-shot foul. That was nicely done by the young man to be able to draw that. Looks like Lincoln and Whelan are going to be coming in. Foul is against Hutchinson, his second, first team foul, but it's going to lead to three free throws with a 7-point lead for Riverton. Stauffenberg, the leading scorer of the first half, will go to the line, shoots the first one up and good. He still sits there with two fouls. We're about halfway through the third at 4:03 to go. Second one is up and good. Now we have all the substitutions. Whalen and Lincoln, as well as Sheets and Drevin Monroe. Monroe coming in as well. (28-23). He's got one more coming. His third one is up, and it's pure. All three of those, I don't think one of them touched iron. 28-24 in favor of Riverton. Paxton almost lost it. It was tipped, so it's not a walk. Nice try, though. DeVries to Vincent. Vincent to Sheets. Sheets driving in, gets it to Monroe. Monroe going to go out to Paxton for three. Good! Parker Paxton from downtown, and we have a timeout on the floor. Let's see if that's a full or 30-second timeout variety. It is called by Coach Sheets. It is full with 3:47 to play in the third. We'll take it with them and be right back on KTAK.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
And we're back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. 3:47 to play in the third. Riverton leads 31-24 in this matchup between county rivals. Resetting things for you. for your lineup on the floor for Riverton is DeVries, Vincent, Monroe, Paxton, and Sheets. Bartoni now has it. He swings all the way to Whelan. Whelan now with Verlander Valley, gets it back to Bartoni. By Bartoni to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg to Whelan. Whelan back out to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg has it tipped away but gets it back. Gets it to Whelan. Whelan looking to drive, kicks it out to, I do believe that is Sixby. Sixby back to Whelan. Whelan bringing up top. Nothing going towards the basket right now for him. Lincoln to Sixby. Sixby looking to drive. He's cut off. Gets it back to Lincoln. Lincoln looking to go baseline. And he's going to throw it, and it's going to be picked off, intercepted by Monroe. Let's see, does Monroe take it all the way? Does. Oh, and just misses it for the and one opportunity, but will go to the line shooting two. Foul is going against 23. That's Stauffenberg. His third, team first. Probably not the guy they wanted to have it. 24-11. Monroe Black and looks like Monroe Black and Lopez coming back in. Monroe puts the first one up and good to extend the lead to 32-24, 8-point lead. We have a couple of people come in. They're going to leave Stauffenberg out there, which means right now, based on who's scoring and what, they're going to have to hope that Stauffenberg can play very disciplined, especially defensively, defensively for at least the next 3 minutes. Monroe puts it up and good. 33-24, 9-point lead for Riverton with 2:55 to play in the third. Stauffenberg brings it up the court, gets it to Washburn. Washburn over to Sixby. Sixby back to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg guarded by Hutchinson, gets it Monroe Black. Monroe Black gets it to Sixby, gets it to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg looking to drive. That's a walk. That's not a foul. Both of them, I think, hit a wet spot because Nathan Hutchinson fell to the ground as well. So then he fell it. Then Stauffenberg fell down. So that's a walk, and that is turnover number 7. Not a high turnover game for either team, really. Of course, right now with as close to a 9-point game, which earlier was just 2, and at one point in time tied. Turnover's not a good thing anytime. They get all the way up to Sheets, who's going to shoot a 3. Good! Ty Sheets! Sheets hits at 3-point. We're up to a 12-point lead, biggest lead of the day for Riverton. Stauffenberg has it guarded by Monroe. Hutchinson wanted to switch back. He's guarding Lopez. They get out to Stauffenberg, who shoots a 3. Cannot answer. Rebound by Sheets. Sheets bringing it up. Lead is 12, biggest of the day. Sheets brings it up, gets it over to Gabrielson. Gabrielson to Paxton. Paxton, you could tell in his eyes he wanted it, but he was guarded and wisely gave it back to Gabrielson. Gabrielson to Sheets. Here comes, they get it into Hutchinson, who turns around from 15, the elbow, good. 38-24, 14-point game. It's going to be a timeout here. I would guess a full one most likely at the 146 mark. It is a full one at the 146 mark of the third. We'll be right back here on KTAK. Riverton Wolverines 38, Lander Valley Tigers 24.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. 38-24, Riverton leading the arch rivals Lander Valley Tigers. Stauffenberg has it for them out of the timeout to Sixby. Sixby to Lopez. Lopez looking to drive. He gets the ball stolen away, but Stauffenberg able to get it back. Going cross court, they kick it up top to Sixby, who misses everything. and Riverton comes away with it, but a jump ball is going to be called there, and this one should go over to the Lander Valley Tigers. Hutchinson had it, got tied up for just too long, and so it will stay with Lander Valley. Minute 27 left in the third. They get it in to 11, who shoots a three. That's Monroe Black. He's no good, and Riverton comes away with it. They get it way up front to Gabrielson, and we've got a timeout on the floor for what? I'm watching here. I'm looking. I think they're saying there's a wet spot on the floor. Lucas has come in, by the way, for Riverton here. I think they're saying a wet spot or something wrong with the court. Reggie Miller, athletic director here at Riverton, activities director, over there. We're going to let them deal with it, and we'll be right back here on KTAK.
From the field to the court to the pool and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians.
Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stands.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. I think we may have had a little bit of blood on the floor because they didn't just mop up like the sweat or something like that. They actually went back, brought out the special blue chemical that I've seen sprayed on blood before when it is on the floor. It's been a physical game. Brown is the DeVries. We've also got Brody Dale in the game for the first time today. He joins Lucas. If he could, heck, if everybody can have the 1 minute, 1.5 minutes that Lucas had in the first half, goodness gracious. Lucas brings it in, gets it to Vincent. Hutchinson at the elbow. Hutchinson looking to break things down, stops, kicks out to Vincent. Vincent showed a three, but then picked it up, gets it to Dale. Dale to DeVries. DeVries is going to bring it out top, gets it to Vincent. Vincent over to Lucas, who's going to shoot a three. Goodness gracious, good! He's having a day. An absolute world-beating day, 41-24. Someone take that man to buy the lottery. He has been working hard all season, and it's now you're starting to see what Lucas can do and why he's on the varsity. Stolen away by Vincent in the half court. Vincent has a trailer in DeVries. Vincent takes it all the way, puts it up, and good! 29.6 seconds left in the first half, in the third quarter, and it's 43-24, 19-point lead for Riverton. We go under 20 seconds. Stauffenberg has it, goes all the way over to Lopez. Lopez looking to break things down. Lopez looking to drive, gets underneath. Nicely done. And Nathan, you didn't need to do that. Washburn had it, put it up, no good, but he is fouled. So maybe he'll turn out good, but third foul against Hutchison. Only the second team foul. We've only had 3 total fouls called this entire half, this entire quarter, the entire third quarter. So Washburn will go to the line shooting 2, but he was beat. And now it turns out to be a good foul because he misses the first one. 9.5 seconds left. We got Monroe coming in and Paxton. Lucas going out. Lucas has had the greatest 2 minutes of any basketball player maybe ever. Second one is missed by Washburn. Paxton brings up the half court. He's got 3 seconds. Gets it to Vincent. 2 seconds. 1 second. Vincent tries to fly in there. Puts it up. No good. Not a great shot. Not good at all, quite honestly. And that is the end of 3. So at the end of the third quarter, it is 43-24 in favor of Riverton. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter here on KTAK.
You expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. We are in the fourth quarter of the boys game, and it is all Riverton. At half, tight, 3-point game, Riverton in favor. And then a 21-5 run by Riverton in the third quarter has opened this thing up. Riverton, of course, looking to get the sweep. The girls winning 33-26 earlier today. Riverton will start the fourth quarter with the ball here. Gabrielson, DeVries, is the typical starters. Vincent, DeVries, Gabrielson, Paxton, and Hutchison. And for Riverton, Paxton with it now, gets out to Gabrielson. Back to Paxton for 3. Leaves it well short, and it'll go over to Lander Valley. Lander Valley needing points in bunches, and right now they're only double-digit scorers. Stauffenberg, he leads the team by far. He gets in the corner, shoots a 3. No good. They cannot come back, I don't think, without him. Quickly breaking down is Gabrielson after that miss. Long rebound, puts it up, and good. And the lead grows even further, 45-24. Lopez now with it in the corner. He's going to go cross-court to Whelan. Whelan's going to shoot a 3. He drains it. So they need a lot of those, but that was a nice first start at 7-11 left to go in the ball game. 45-27, 18-point lead for Riverton. Paxton now wheeling left wing, goes across the right wing to Gabrielson. Gabrielson to Vincent down on the baseline. Vincent gets it back out to Gabrielson to Hutchison up top. Hutchison thinks about driving, now does, gets it to DeVries on a nice cut. DeVries puts it up and good. That's just a nice baseline cut there. Back to 20 points, 47-27. Lopez with it, gets it to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg looking to drive, kicks it out to Lopez. Lopez is going to shoot a 3. He hits. So they got to get stops too, though. I don't know if there's enough time to trade 3 for 2s. Or trade giving up 2s for 3s. They get, after a little bit of full court pressure, they get to DeVries, who goes Gabrielson to Paxton, out to Vincent. Vincent going to shoot a 3. No good. Maybe not the shot they'd want to see him taking right now. And it will go out of bounds. Oh, it was off of Lander Valley. So it'll stay with Riverton. 6:14 left in the ball game. And just to let Connor know, after the game is over, Connor, we're going to stick around before we go to commercial, before the halftime post-game show, because we want to see the trophy presentation. They swing around to Paxton for 3. Bam! 50-30. Now it's 3 for 3s, trading 3s for 3s. Stauffenberg to Whelan. Whelan looking to come down to the baseline, gets it to Stauffenberg, guarded by Hutchison. Stauffenberg looking to spin, going down towards the post. Stop. He goes up and no good. But I thought it was a good call. I thought it was a good physical play by both. But they're going to say there was a foul on Hutchison. That's his 4th, team 3rd. So still 3 team fouls in the half. So Stauffenberg going to go to the line to shoot 2. First one up and no good. And that, trying to make a comeback, is exactly what you can't have. You cannot have your best shooter, your best player missing free throws when down 20 with 5 minutes, 43 seconds to go, and you can get some points without the clock moving. Can't have it. So Stauffenberg gets it back. He'll be shooting the second of 2. It's up, and it is good. 50-31. Inbound goes to Paxton. He's guarded by Whelan. Of course, they're going to extend the pressure up to Ty Sheets. Ty Sheets looking to go down towards the baseline. He gets hip checked. He gets hip checked completely, and people are yelling for a walk, but this isn't hockey, so that's not legal. Fouls on 24. That's Lopez. That's his second. That's only their first foul of the fourth quarter. They only have 2, 1 in each quarter in the second half. So Sheets will look to inbound it. He gets it nope, it gets stolen. Turnover number 5 against them. He was looking for Monroe. They get it to Washburn. He puts up the shot, and it's no good. I think they're going to get Monroe with the foul there. They do indeed. No, they don't. They get Derek with it. That's his 3rd, team 4th. So we'll send Washburn to the line after he missed the 2. Puts the first one up, in and out, no good. Again, not what you can have if you're Lander Valley. Looking to come back, you cannot miss free throws, getting points with the clock not moving. And this is one of those things where 1 out of 2 just ain't good enough. Well, that's even worse. He misses both. Away comes Riverton with the rebound. They get it all the way up to Parker Paxton. He dribbles in, shoots from 15. No good, but gets his own rebound, which he does quite a bit of. They get Vincent back to Paxton. Paxton thought about it, decided not to take it, gets it to DeVries. Back to Paxton. Paxton going to drive. He's going to try and dish out a floater to Vincent. Vincent had to react because it wasn't directly on target. He gets it. Now Monroe has it off a pass from DeVries. Back to DeVries. DeVries going to shoot a 3. Good! 53-31, 4:50 to go. Stauffenberg going to get an open look off a pass of Lopez. He misses. Rebound is Lopez. He puts it up, and he's going to get an and 1 opportunity. That will be the 5th team foul against Riverton, and the foul is going against Vincent. That's his 2nd. So I'll send Lopez to the line. 20 point, and that's part of missing those free throws. You'd have it down to 18 right now. You'd be trying to get it 17. It's a long shot to begin with, but you can't miss free throws, and Lopez shows you how it's done. Puts it up, and good. He's got a 3, a 2, and a 1 on this half. On this quarter, excuse me. Third quarter just absolutely devastating coming out of halftime. Being outscored 21-5 by Riverton. Riverton inbounds to Paxton. Paxton brings it all the way up on the far side in front of the student section for Riverton. Gets it to Sheets. Sheets looking to go baseline. Picks up his dribble in a bad spot, but able to find Paxton. Paxton now on the right wing, looking to drive down the center. He does. Takes it all the way up, and good! And 1! (55-34). Parker's going to the line for, oddly, his first free throws of the day. He's gotten a lot of shot attempts up, and this will be his first time going to the line. That foul is against Lincoln. That's only his first, team 3rd. And imagine that, Parker Paxton is good from the free throw line. So it's 56-34. Lopez has it, spins, runs over DeVries. That's a charge. You just can't let a guy just stand there for 10 minutes waiting on you to come. And Lopez just did that. Foul is against 24. That's his 3rd. Team 4th. And we've got a timeout by Lander Valley at the 4:18 mark. They're going to make it a full one. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back on KTAK.
healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. Coach Activities Director Reggie Miller has gone and gotten the boys' trophy. It does look like with 4:18 to play that Riverton is going to defend that trophy from last year. Inbound is to Paxton. Paxton's going to break down the pressure. He's looking to go all the way, puts a floater up, no good. Rebound is going to come away to Lander Valley. Lopez now with it, and what do we have here? We've got a travel. You can't jump stop forward, young man, and then jump back, and then do a step back. You have to do this. You have to dribble on the jump stop, so to speak, and then do the hop back in between. So Vincent's going to come in. He's going to get sheets. So 3:57 to go. And you do wonder if at any given time against Lander especially, if we might see some curtain call action for the seniors Gabrielson, Vincent, and, well, Hutchinson's not in right now, so probably not then. Paxton gets on the inbound, 3:55 to play. 22-point lead for Riverton. Paxton bringing up the right side, looking to beat his man, going left. He does. Let's see what the call there is going to be, because I could see it going either way. It's a little bit of hook around. Nope, it's going to go against Lincoln. That's his second for Lander Valley. It's fifth team foul with 3:48 to go. 14. Now we got the seniors in, and we've got all the starters back in. So let's see here. They're discussing some things. DeVries finally gets handed the ball. Paxton kind of circles around with a little, almost like a wheel route for a running back. Nicely ran there. Paxton with it off the inbounds from DeVries, hands it back to DeVries. And now they're going to look to probably use some clock. Vincent has it. He gets hit for no good reason. And there is no reason for Lopez to do it. I think they're going to have a little discussion on that one. Lopez gets it is basically a shoulder shiver, and that's his fourth foul. Team sixth. So they've mounted up the fouls now, too. John coming in now for Lander. Checking in, so I don't know where we're getting to. Gabrielson looking to inbounds. There's the wheel route, and they got confused. Lincoln comes away with it. DeVries didn't know whether to go get it. Oh, DeVries said no, sir, to Lincoln, though. He put up the two, and DeVries just came and smacked it. That was kind of a given. Might wanted to do the head fake to get him up in the air, although I'm not sure Derek has to go up in the air to block that. So, but it goes out of bounds. Will remain with Lander Valley as we go under 3.5 to play. They swing it all the way to John. John's going to shoot a three. No good. Rebound comes away to Stauffenberg. He's looking to work in, and he palmed it horribly wrong. Things have kind of fallen apart in the fourth. As far as what you'd have to do, and I think now realization, 22 points, 3 minutes 19, going to be hard to do, especially when you've got the guys who can shoot free throws. I mean, not only Parker Paxton, one of the best in the state, but Vincent, who's gotten better and clutch with him. Hutchinson, who's good with him. Gabrielson, DeVries, whatnot. Hutchinson dribbles in, drives up, and good. Nice move, young man, for the senior. And it is, the lead grows, 58-34. Stauffenberg swings over to Whelan. Whelan looking to drive. Gets it back to Stauffenberg, though, on the kick out. He's trying to spin. Gets a shot up and no good. Rebound comes away to DeVries. DeVries to Gabrielson. Gabrielson to Hutchison. Hutchison for three. Missed everything. Missed everything, did Nathan there. DeVries is pointing at the scoreboard as he walks by. He may get a talking to by Coach Sheets. You don't want to react to the opponent's fans and what they're doing. But he had a point. 2.5 minutes left to go. 24-point game. John has it on the right. They get it over to Lincoln. They're going inside of Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg just decked him, but he's blocked and stripped. And now they got to Vincent. If Vincent could dunk, it'd be impressive. He gets fouled. They don't call it, but he does put it up and good. Nicely done by Jason Vincent. They get it up to Lincoln. Lincoln misses. Rebound is by 0, and I don't know what in the world they're going to make that call for. Let's see here. They're going to call it on Hutchison. That's his 5th, so he's out of here. But he's going out of here knowing that Riverton is the victor. And here we go. What I was mentioning earlier, senior curtain call time. Out comes Gabrielson. Out comes Hutchison. Let's see here if they're going to get Vincent here at all. I don't know if they are. We've got Nick McIntosh checking in for the first time in the game. Free throw is up and missed by Iron Eyes. That's the first one missed. So Nick McIntosh has checked in and Brody Dale has checked in. I am kind of shocked that he hasn't gone to get Vincent out. He got his other 2 seniors out. Oh, rebound is stolen away from DeVries by Lincoln. Lincoln misses the shot, though. And now they're going to swing it. They get it to John. John out to Whelan. Whelan to Bell. To John for 3. No good. Rebound, DeVries comes away with it. Going to Nick McIntosh. Nick for 3. Good! Nick McIntosh is on the board, and the place goes nuts. 63-34, blocked by Vincent there on number 10, and there we get number 1 hitting a 3, and they go nuts. That being Bell. And we've got a timeout on the floor. It's for a walk or stoppage of some sort. I don't know what they're doing, but Jason Vincent has been curtain called here as he got to come out. And we have number 00 here. Let's see if we can get a number on that. 0000. We got Jordan Froman in for Riverton. Or Roman, excuse me. I think. Yeah, Roman. Dale brings it up. Dale gets it over to Monroe. Back to Sheets. Now to Monroe. Spins, puts it up. No good. Roman went up for it. Monroe tried to get a little fancy here. Can't blame him. 63-37. We're under 55 seconds to play. They get it to 4. He takes it in. Nope. Monroe said nope. Dale with the nice rebound. Dale gets it to 3. McIntosh from 15 is good. And they're having a ball cheering for McIntosh here. Guy who rarely gets to play now has 5. And the long distance path is off target. 35.7 seconds left. 65-37. Riverton going to win this rivalry game. You expect that they'll either hold it now or maybe get to Vroman. Let's see if they try and get it to Vroman. 25 seconds left. They get it to Sheets. Sheets goes towards him. Sheets packs it by Nick McIntosh. He's just going to dribble it around the horn. They're just going to dribble this one out. Nicely done. 12 seconds. They get it to McIntosh. McIntosh gets it back to Sheets. Sheets with 4 seconds. Sheets with 2 seconds. He's just going to hold it, and that's going to be it. And the Riverton Wolverines dominate the Tigers, 65-37. And we're going to hang out with you here because there's a trophy that's about to be taken out to these boys, and we want to be a part of that. 13 points scored in the fourth by Lander Valley. 22 22 points scored by Riverton. So they ended with 43 in the second half. And 18 scored in the second half by Lander Valley. So Connor, you need to be paying attention to when this trophy comes out, because it is going to be given away any second now. So you need to get that camera on the players who are right out there. So this is all part of the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Oh, Connor's going to try and zoom in for you. Let's see if we can get it framed. Well, there you go. Celebration abounds as Lander Valley falls to Riverton in both girls and boys basketball. And here it is, the trophy that represents the two big cities in Fremont. And Riverton has defended and will keep it this go-around. So well done by Riverton as they defeat Lander Valley 65-37. And as they celebrate, we'll be right back with more of the Click It or Ticket postgame show right after this.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine and Adina Vasco and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
Jay Collins here, and I want to wish all the Fremont County athletes good luck this year. Stop down at Fremont Chevy to talk sports and let me help you purchase your next vehicle. Jay Collins, your local sales professional at Fremont Chevy Buick GMC, 307-349-7846.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
All right, welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show here on KTAK. We are joined by our Papa Murphy's player of the game, and it seems kind of rare that I do it for someone who played about 3 minutes, but
yes, sir.
You had yourself a 3 minutes to remember.
Oh, yeah.
First minute and a half you're in, you make a great cut, get some points, then a defensive stop, then you wind up diving on the ball, causing a held ball, and then you wind up throwing it off a guy's knee to keep it out of bounds. How good did that feel?
It felt great, just coming in off the bench and just giving that energy to the team.
And then second half comes around. You come in for about a minute and a half and have yet another minute and a half to remember. So what's it like? I mean, you are the tallest guy on the team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
At least by visual you are. Now, when we start listening, someone may be 6'6" by far as listening it.
Yeah.
But what does it mean that they know they can send you? What does it mean to you to know that coach has enough faith in you in a big game to throw you in there, and then for you to reward him with his confidence in you with a performance like that?
It just feels good to get his trust and come off the bench and know that I could put up some points and help the team out.
And what does it mean for you guys, you underclassmen, obviously led by Parker Paxton and Derek DeVries being the two starting underclassmen, but for the underclassmen to be able to send the seniors out against their arch rival in just an absolute whipping?
It just shows that we're going to be a good team next year as all seniors and that we're going to have a solid team next year.
Well, now, originally you were going to have a weekend off, but now you're headed to Cheyenne 5 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe because there's snow coming in on Friday night.
We might have
so
it off.
Saturday, that's a long way to chance it this time of year. So we want to thank the Papa Murphy's player of the game, Eli Lucas, for joining us, and we'll be right back with more of the Click It or Ticket postgame show here on KTAK.
Knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
And welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show. We're going to go ahead and award out I turned off the wrong thing. There we go. Our Gatorade Thirst Quencher player of the game. And that's going to go for a back-to-back time to Jason Vincent. Jason finished with 13 points on the night, and just proving how effective he can be, and of course pretty much guarding Stauffenberg or Lopez nonstop. So now as we look at what turned out to be the Ranger stats of the game, for the visiting Lander Valley Tigers, Stauffenberg does what he does. He scored 14 points. However, Riverton can be very happy with the fact they held him to nothing but free throws. He hit 4 of them in the second half, but held him to 4. Lopez unofficially finishes off the night with 12, and then there's where Lander Valley's problems kind of ballooned up in the fact that after Lopez and Stauffenberg, Bell, Sixby, and Whelan scored 3 each, and Lincoln scored 2, and that was in garbage time, and that was it. That was it for their scoring. On the Wolverine side of the ledger, your leading scorer, as is typical, is going to be Parker Paxton, finishing with 16. Overcame a really rough second quarter to put together a nice solid game. Had a good first quarter, third quarter, fourth, but the second quarter, 0 for 4, was pretty rough for him. Jason Vincent, of course, aforementioned, finishes with 13. Derek DeVries finishes off with 9. Ty Sheets and Nathan Hutchison finish off with 6. Lucas has 5 points in about 3 minutes of play. Gabrielson had 3 total points, and Drevin Monroe finishes off the night with 2. So that was it. We saw pretty much everybody that's on the roster get a chance to play who could play, as far as those not limited by JV and whatnot, and JV minutes. So we'll be right back here on the Click It or Ticket postgame show, and we hope to have Coach Sheets with us here on KTAK.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Yeah. And welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show here on KTAK. We're joined by Coach Sheets. How's it feel?
It feels good, fun rivalry games, fun to get a full gym in county rivalry. You kind of throw out the records, and this year it was kind of fun to see, 2 top 3 teams from 3A and 4A playing each other, and what a great battle.
You knew coming in that Stauffenberg was going to be a handful.
Yes.
Tell me about what the adjustments were like. In the first half, he has 10 points. Second half, he's 0 from the field.
Right.
Just has 4 free throws.
He's a really good player. When he gets squared up to the basket, he's got a really good just kind of, NBA type game where he looks at the basket. If your hand's not on top of it, he's going to pull it. And those free throws he got, he had to create those. He kind of gives a little head fake, and we leave our feet, and he gets the free throws. So he's a great player. We just knew we had to be on him. Kind of had to gap help on him. That way he didn't get any easy looks.
And I thought it was interesting last year when they graduated their stud point guard. I was like, I'd love to have like 4 years of
Right.
this versus Parker. Lopez has filled in nicely.
He has. He's a nice player. Again, he plays that that kind of that mentality. He's going to take it to the hole. He's got a good spin game. He finishes around the basket. He shoots the ball well. He's a nice player.
You had 8 players is putting points on the board. And what does it mean to you to be able to go so deep on your so deep into your bench to the tallest guy on the floor, but him come in and then reward you with great cut and score, great defensive play, great help ball, then diving out of bounds, just putting it all on the floor.
No, we're proud of all those kids, and for Eli to come in, and he even had some offensive boards in that first half, and so his energy, he's one that, Eli has all the energy in the world, and so it's fun to see you put him in as a spark in that game and in a big moment do really well.
And this play, I think, stands out to me, and it may stand out only to coaches. But when we had chaos down here on the left side, and every single one of your guys was diving for that ball. Every single one of them. Now, mind you, they called the walk, but didn't call it
Right.
the other time. I was like, Souls. And that's a pet peeve of mine. I'm a big, if I can see Souls with 2 shoes, it's a walk.
Yep, for sure.
But still, to see 5 guys literally sacrificing their body.
It doesn't show up in the stat sheet. It shows up in kind of team-first mentality. And we felt like even though we got wins last weekend, we had a lot of work to do on the defensive end, on securing rebounds and kind of getting those loose balls. So I was very pleased to see that kind of that effort, kind of securing those rebounds, not giving up offensive boards, and then defensively kind of locking it down a little bit in a couple of those quarters.
And so now you've got Cheyenne East. You're traveling down there. We're going down there on Saturday. Maybe,
yeah,
because weather's coming in Friday night. But in an area where you usually get to take a bit of a breather and get some guys healthy because of Ronthon. So does that change anything mentality-wise, or have y'all had enough time to rest already?
Well, they're teenage boys, and they recover quickly. So having that full week of kind of waiting and not being able to practice with gym space and all that stuff as easily, I like it because it lets us go down, kind of see where we're at against the best teams, especially East with them being ranked number 1. And like I said, every box that needs checked on the basketball court, they check it, and then they run like crazy. It's a race, especially when they get the rebound, they are racing. And they're one of the few teams I've seen at the high school level just throw the ball and literally somebody goes and gets it. Sometimes they don't even know who's going to get it. They just throw it. And so very athletic team. We got to kind of take care of the small things in that game. But it'll be exciting to see where we're at. With East this week.
Last question, because we've seen on the girls' side with Bradley going out with a concussion. You mentioned last week that Houck was in protocol. Yep. It's confirmed up he had a concussion. Yep. Is he progressing nicely?
Yeah, he is. And so, again, kind of that, Friday, Saturday with the long travel. We'll see if we take him or not and how he's feeling. But hope to have him back next week for the Jackson and Star Valley games.
All right. Well, we want to thank Coach Sheets for joining us on the KTAK Click It or Ticket postgame show. We'll be right back to wrap things up after this.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
And welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show. We are wrapping things up as a great night if you're Riverton. Great night for basketball for Fremont County overall. Just two teams, a bunch of teams giving it their all. Riverton going to come out on top in a surprise, not really a true surprise. The boys were expected to win. Didn't know about the girls and whatnot, but the girls win bell to bell. Coach McIntosh probably could not be prouder of the ladies of Riverton. The Lady Wolverines winning 33 to 26. Never once trailed. Congratulations to them. And then in the second half of action with the boys taking stage, the Wolverines dominating Lander Valley, both top three teams, as Coach Sheeta said, in their respective division, but Riverton really showing things out. So what is next? Saturday is going to Cheyenne to face East. East is the number one team in the country. Not the country, excuse me. Number one team in the state in Conference 4, in 4A. So it's going to be a tough one. We don't know. We will bring it to you if it's going to happen. And the reason we say that is we've got snow coming in on Friday night, we know, and Cheyenne has got more than we do. Now, based on the meteorologists out there, pretty much until the moment the snow began to fall, and usually about 4 hours earlier than they initially expected it to fall, they have undershot the forecast. When they're saying 1 to 3, we get 5. If they're saying 3 to 5, we get 10 or 14, depending on where you live in the Riverton area. So we've gotten more snow, as Ernie Over pointed out on Let's Talk Fremont. More snow in this January than any other January since 1907, which blows my mind on two things. One is, okay, we got a lot of snow. Number two is they kept records in 1907 of this that we could reference. That's impressive. So we are going to sign off, and we will expect to be at East on Saturday. If not, we'll let you know on the Wind River Radio Networks, also on our Facebook page, as well as the Ranger, Lander Journal, Wind River News Facebook pages. This has been Kevin Shields. We want to say thank you to Connor for manning the camera as always, and we want to also thank Adam Keel for manning the mothership back home to keep us on the air. We will be back either on Saturday or next week bringing you more Riverton basketball. Have a good night and drive safely if you're at the game.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.